play with a Crip. You couldn't play with the blood and mix up at one point, but they changed that. Like, and that's
So
my point.
why?
Like, you
So
had
why
to
don't the affiliations work right now? Why?
because bro, they're
Because
it's
who
they're
gives a
pointless.
fuck about being a Wildcat, man?
That ass. Yo, I
There's
don't give a
no
fuck about being a
rival day
I don't
Viking.
give a
affiliation,
fuck
so
about
there's no
being no
point.
wild kid or
even
no snipe.
even if there is a rival day, like for what? Who gives it? Like they really had niggas beefing for like whoever wins this shit is getting a whole new park on top of a skyscraper. Like everybody was
Exactly.
playing their heart out for that shit. Like
Yeah, niggas are actually going in, and the niggas, and then I don't know if you
And there's
remember,
no
like,
boost too. There's no boost for going to an affiliation. There's
yeah,
nothing.
there's no, oh yeah, Davis, there's no boost either. You don't get no boost. Like, it's like you know how back then we had like fly, like how you just said, like rebound. They had like rebounding and whatever. We had like
the fucking
defense.
rim
Oh, is
shakes,
that why?
like
Rim
when they
Is that the
shit.
dunk.
difference in why? Well, that's
Because of the
crazy.
boost in the park.
Yeah, like there was boost in the park. Now there was boost, like your affiliation. There was a reason why you wanted to come there. So like for instance, right now in this game, right? As for instance, they're talking about like for instance, the perfect example. They're talking about like how the game is balanced and you're not gonna be super OP, like whatever. This will be a perfect year to bring that shit back because then if you needed something on you, if you wanted something on your player, it would benefit the player. Not only that, it make the game feel more rewarding. So like if they did like say I'm pretty sure because every like 3 years they switch up everything. I don't know if you noticed like 15 to 17 they did 15 to 17. Well, 15 to 18 they did the whole the whole like rap like flyer shit. Then they went from what was it? They went from the overall shit, and then now they went from the whole like
They did
the
the
whole
neighborhood.
what's it called, the neighborhood shit. So like I feel like now this is the next year where they switch it up. So it's a lot different. Man. It's super.
Right.
So you brushing your hair, David? I just said David. EJ, you brushing your hair now?
Oh, my bad. I'm doing a waiting session in the bathroom. My bad, dog.
That nigga
I
just
My
said
bad.
got
this thing over there, nigga.
activated.
That's gonna be swimming, motherfucker.
Yeah. Nah, but back to what we were saying, dog. I hope they bring back some damn. I hope they bring back goddamn. Everything look good. Road to Legend is back. We got 150 more dribble moves. We need quick stops. We need quick stops. Mike Wayne buff the fades. That's all I wanted to see anyway, so I can lean with that hope. And after that,
I
dog,
always
it's
want
like,
to see fade buff.
huh?
You said what, Phantom?
I said I really don't mind niggas not being able to fade. I just want to be able to get a standing shot of like I really don't like
I
the
want to
fading
get
shit.
over.
I'm gonna be
I want to
real.
get over.
Nah,
Like, but I just
you're just ridiculous at that shit, Fana. You like I was saying it the other day. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna lie to you. I said Fana. I was saying that another. I said that nigga Fana is ridiculous with that shit. Like
with the fading.
hell yeah. What the fuck? You one of the niggas that you don't miss on that shit. Like I be saying like, yo, what the fuck? But the fade, I don't mind the fade. Listen, I wouldn't mind if a nigga faded at all, right? My thing with fading is that like there's no skill gap in that shit. Don't get me wrong, like is a sense of like I don't like the fact that a motherfucker could just turn around and throw the ball up in the air and that shit go in. Like, like and not
Every
for nothing.
time.
If a nigga ain't playing good D, then fuck it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But like that's what I miss about the old 2Ks is that like if a nigga put his hand up, nigga, your ass would have been on the floor. It would have been a contested somewhere. You would have fell on the floor or something. Or like, you know what I mean? You would like you would have like threw the ball like the wrong way. Like there were so many animations that I don't understand why they took out. Like if you put a better contest system, that fading shit wouldn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that shit wouldn't really
Honestly,
matter.
I feel like there's a lot. The contest system for locks on this shit is actually like at least in 23 was just it was Mickey. Like
Cracked.
you'd be
It's
nowhere
cracked.
near them and get a 10. So
Yeah, it's cracked. But they
and in
worked on
terms of the
that.
fading, and in terms of the
I can
fading,
vouch
brother,
that they worked on that. Like they
yeah.
physically were working on that while I was out there.
And
Like
and in terms of like the fading
the
part, bro,
ghost
like
contest shit, they tried to
I have
fix
a
it.
99.3, bro. Like if I have a 99.3 and I'm open, I better hit that
Nah,
bitch. Like what? I have a
Oh,
99.3.
that's the thing though. Like that's the thing though.
I
I
It's
don't
do
like
agree
not
with that
agree
either,
with
Elite.
that
I
at
don't
But
agree with
all.
that either. I don't
Because
agree
it
with that.
should go
And then
based off
I
of
don't
your
agree with that
timing,
either. And
because you
your
really
release and
hold on, let me
everything.
speak
I
on that
do
real
but
quick.
agree
Because
with
you
that.
really
Just
can.
because you got a 99 does not mean you hit everything. We see it time and time again, even with Steph Curry. He don't hit everything. And he's one of the best shooters in the NBA. Like, I don't agree with that. If you miss your time and you fatigued, yeah, you should be missing. Nah.
User error. If you have a 99 and you don't time it, I want that motherfucker to break.
Yeah, it's obviously if you mistime it, but I'm saying if I'm timing my bitch and I got a 99.3, why should I not be able
but it's
to
You
not
get
can
that
though. In this
consistent?
game, you
That's the
can.
thing.
You
You
do not
hit.
miss open in this game if you time your shot.
I'm
When you
talking about
sitting
like
there
I'm
tired
talking
as
about like
hell,
obviously in
no
the future for
stamina, and you
24.
shooting.
Nah, I
You
wouldn't.
talking
I
about
wouldn't.
this
I
game,
should
I
be
That's
hitting
how
that
I'll be
bitch.
the one to
Like,
tell
what
you.
the hell you
Bro,
talking
he
about,
was
dude?
not lying. If you watched and they said that every fucking shot below like 650 or some shit is greenable, like I was at that play test greening some shit. Like if you can time your shot, like you can green it. Like I honestly more than you can this year. Like which
Oh,
I
so this
kind of
game finna be dog shit then, Fana.
why.
I mean, brother, if I'm playing decent defense and get a 25, you think you should green it over me because you know how to persevere?
No.
It's
It's
dead.
not that OD. It's still realistic. But I'm talking about
Let's go.
let's say
Hey.
boom. I do a fat stop and you jump on my like the side of my hand like and you
Running
might
the
have got
flow with it. Let's go.
11 or 12. Like if I time it, it's greenable. Like, but don't get me wrong, the window like there were people who are good at the game who were like, including
Step
me,
over. Step
like
over. Step over.
going on stretches of being fucking 1 for 10 all opens. Like the green
Good stuff.
window
Let's
is
go.
like very like
He
specific.
ain't
I
right.
like that. I like that. I like that.
It's and I
Let
like
me
that
get
as
that.
well. So like
He
Yo,
stepped.
skill, that's
Come
so
on.
skill. And
you have the possibility to green damn near every shot, but it's really just like
Let's
even
go.
like I don't
Let
know
me
if
get
it's
that.
because I'm there and there's like zero latency and I'm used to playing with a little bit of delay.
that's
But
facts. You had no delay. That's
yeah, like but
Oh
in
snap! I got
terms of
corner. I got
that,
corner.
like the green window is really like
I will
you
say
gotta
this
green
though.
that bitch. Like if you
Mike
miss time it, you're missing. There's people 0 for 10 there.
I
Let's
will
go.
ask you
Can I
this
ask you a
though,
question?
Fana. I will ask you this. Like, if you can't answer it, don't answer it. But like he
I
said
thought
that
you
he
gonna
lowered
switch.
down like the
Oh
random
come
shot speed
on.
changes when you're open. Like
Oh, he did.
it's
Which
better now. Like it's
which I
actually
honestly I don't even I don't know. Maybe it's because I love that speed up shit because like I don't
Hey.
know like, but I do understand why it's a little annoying.
Not all of us are geeked
But
out like you, Fana, bro.
Yo,
bro,
Left
come on,
okay,
elbow with
Ian's back
ghost.
though.
there's a
Back
grade
doors.
in your jump shot where it's like something to do with like how much it time. You know how like the grades kind of didn't mean
Oh,
shit
that's
this
me.
year
That's
and you
me.
just
I'm
found a good
tripping.
test and rocked out with
yeah.
it. Like this year, I'm pretty sure those grades on your jump shot literally matter in terms of like your shit
Oh,
will speed
okay.
up and slow down if it doesn't have like I forget what it's called, but like if it's not
Oh, I should have
stable or a
pulled
high
that.
grade on like the consistency of your
I should have
shot, like
pulled it.
it'll speed
I
up
ain't
and slow
believe it.
down. But if you have that like an A plus, it's gonna be relatively as
There you
long as
go.
you
Good
have an
stuff.
adrenaline bar, which it's hard to
Let's
lose
go.
all three. So it's like you kind of should not get a good shot if you've already used all three adrenaline bars because it really is kind of hard to use all three. But this year, if you have an adrenaline bar, you can time your shot like, and it's not gonna be crazy sped up, crazy slow down. Yes, there's still like speed ups and slow down, but it's way less
The
extreme
crazy
than
part
in this
about
year
that,
where like
I know they
sometimes like
going off of what
you'll
he's
just have a
saying,
random super slow shot or a
but
random super fast shot with nobody
we
around
know
you. Like
that
they
we don't
balance
even know
shit.
what type of
Can I ask you a question, Fana,
did
real
he
quick?
have an
Speaking on
early
what you
build? Did
said,
he
my
test
bad.
it early, late?
Like for the
We don't know
bumps
none of
and the
that.
adrenaline, it's really like it's better than this year. Like in terms of
Yes,
like adrenaline.
I like it. I mean, we have more freedom to dribble this year. Like for like the Red City Boys or Dribble Gods or whatever you like doing. Like, let's say they do like fix this like little burst situation and you can dribble all over the place and like cancel out. Like you can do that without losing adrenaline as long as you're not getting bumped. Like it's
Ooh.
you don't lose it as fast this year.
But like you
we just
said,
have to
if
hope
you're
that the
not
speed
getting
burst
But
bumped,
to
you
counter
feel
that,
me?
defense is sturdy as a motherfucker. Motherfuckers are not sliding when they shouldn't have slid. Like from what I could tell, unless it was just like that because
Based
there
off
was
of
no
what he said,
latency
they
because
said
it was
if
at
you're
the play
not
test. But
getting
like
bumped, see
it
now
was
when you got the
sturdy. Like
defense
if
in
you cut off a
play,
rim run, you cut off that rim run. If you
and then I got
beat
the
somebody to the spot
badges,
and
it's a
blitz them,
different
like you beat
story.
them to the spot and blitz them, like there.
Damn.
It's kind of like they did their shit on defense for
Fana,
sure.
you know why I
So
love
it's
that
30.
because guards like us. You know why I love that because guards like us, like I feel like that's gonna bring an
Again, like
IQ
he said,
factor in.
this is
Exactly, it's
just
a skill
early
gap. It
build.
all
We
comes
don't
Yeah,
to
know
what
if he
we've all
tested
been
final
asking for.
product or
right.
It's a
not,
skill
so we
gap.
don't
So
know
Exactly.
yet.
So someone who
Because
like
things
is brain
could
dead like the
change.
six
You
times
don't
who are just
know.
rim running. I feel
no,
like
that shit's cooked.
yeah. So I feel like to us to where it's like people
Oh,
who
he
have
pulled
IQ or
that?
know basketball, like for instance, if I see someone in front of me, he beat me to the side, I'm gonna hit you with a fucking Euro step. So that's what's gonna make other shit feel more.
And oh
Either
my god, I'd even speak on that. No. Hey, they pop their shit with the finishing. You slashing niggas, like you old niggas who like all the acrobatic and Euro steps and like floaters, like there's a real like paint game in 24. Like Wolf was
Hey,
busting
that's
my
my type of
ass.
ball. That's my type
Yeah,
of
I
ball
might
right
be
Bro,
there,
Wolf
bro.
going.
was
I
So you
might
a
be
busting
going
my
Euro?
pure
ass. He
post.
was Euro stepping me. He was hitting me with
Pure
floaters.
post.
He
Just the
was
For my
Euro, big
center.
Euro.
oh, I'm gonna be a
Power
dog ass. I'm
forward.
gonna be a dog ass guard then. Oh my
like
gosh.
but which I honestly feel like is very necessary because like I said, we're for
Post
us six
game
ones. Like
vicious. You
that quick
feel me?
drop shit is cooked, and Wolf is smart to know which
And I'm
dunks are
already going
glitchy and
point,
which
so
dunks
you
like
already
a
know
high
that.
dunk
Big
nigga
IQ.
have to have to get it. it.
Big
'Cause, like,
IQ city.
there used to be like a bunch of useless ass dunks this year where it's like you need a 90 dunk to unlock this, but don't nobody use it because it gets blocked every play type shit. Like they balanced that out to where like the good dunks are you need a high dunk and like
Yep.
the
Hey,
mid dunks are like available.
big man
Can I ask
status.
you a
Boy,
quick
come on,
question?
Joke.
What up?
So we
Yeah.
seen that Mike said
I'm
something
gonna
about like
test
the
your
shot
mic,
timing
player.
being different. Like
Right.
He just answered that. He just answered
No,
that, bro.
I think he let him
I'm talking
finish.
about the jump shots, not the dunk stuff. Like the actual
Right.
jump shot. Like, did you feel like it was better than it was before? Like, and I guess if you can touch on it, like how detailed is it? Because I saw he said like you could do it off release.
It's
Let's go.
relatively
Oh,
okay. So I don't know if they've came out with like the 4 jump shot speeds that are named, so I'm not gonna say it. It's not the same as very early, late, very late, but it's
they
similar
did.
in a
It's
way.
inside
But it's
the
still not the same
2KW the news
at all.
report.
Like it's similar, but it's not the
Mike
same
Wayne
in a
spoke on
way.
it.
Like I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like you'll see when the game drops. Like it's not the same thing. I just said that like 5 fucking times. You get it.
Yeah, but like I said, all I'm worried about now, like you said, like the way it sounds, it
He
sounds
said they
like
don't
the game's
associate it
great.
with
But
late, very
like you
late.
said, like I hope that like like if you can, man, like I said, try and reach out to Mike and just like
Well, I mean, of course.
yeah, mention him like, hey, listen, like I seen what you guys did, but if this ain't right or this ain't up the part, the burst ain't that burst ain't there, then it's gonna make it pointless. I would definitely reach out and try to tell him that or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, you missed me,
I agree.
bro.
I definitely try because, like I said, it's gonna come a point
I had
where
him stuck.
that's
He
something like the
missed
game.
me on
That's
the
something that's
cut.
still fixable, at least. And if he
That's
can't get it in
fixable,
Pennsylvania,
and even if it doesn't get fixed, like it's very fixable, and I'm obviously gonna do my part to like ask, but like, and don't get me fucked up, like I'm not like even like news leaking. I don't even know myself if it's like not there in the first place. I just have a bad gut feeling that it's not. So
Exactly.
it's
That's
like
what I'm saying.
always
He
right, boy.
he
You know
played the
that.
game, but he
yeah.
didn't get like the
So
final bill.
Nah, but you're
He
not
didn't
losing.
get
You're not
retail
losing at all
bill of
because
what we
I'm
gonna be
not
playing.
sure.
So
I'm not
take what he's
positive.
saying
I'm
with a
not
grain of
positive
salt.
that
Not
it's
saying
not
that
there,
he
but
didn't
like
play the game.
even
But
if it's not, I feel like it'll show how counterproductive the 150 moves was and etc. that they've been hyping up like very ASAP. And I feel like one of
man,
the
if
first
I can
patches
go
will probably
ISO
be them
Joe
fixing it.
yeah, and then knowing
or
that they
hit
have
the
to.
boys
But
with
the
the
thing
Jamal
about it is though, is
Crawford.
like I seen Demi's post, and Demi's post was literally like,
Oh
"Oh,
man.
do y'all wanted this? So don't cry when it comes out and you're getting bumped up." And I feel
Yeah.
like that's
He was talking about defense. No, because
yeah, no,
defense is 30. I'm not
that's,
capping.
no,
Like,
no, I'm already knowing because especially with Whoop there. But what I'm saying is, don't get me wrong, defense could be sturdy as fuck, but at least I just hope that if
let us
defense
be
is
able to
sturdy,
fight back.
exactly, like let me fight back.
Exactly.
If I can't fight back, if you don't give me my
Hey.
burst to fight back, then you putting in 150 moves is irrelevant. You know what I mean? Like,
Literally. Yeah.
yeah, you have to
Like
like,
as fast as they can be,
Oh
as
snap.
fast as they can be on
They
defense, we
on
need
it.
to be as fast as on offense.
Exactly. And which right there,
Good
from,
job, drum.
like
Oh
I agree
no.
with
Okay.
that. And from what I seen in the trailer, like that's just not where it's at right now.
yeah. I mean,
Because like at the end of the day, bro, if defense is
Let's
sturdy as shit
go.
and we're slow as fuck, I don't care who you are, bro. You're getting boxed.
Literally.
yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be a super.
Especially if
That
you're
boy
elite.
nice with
Yo,
it, boy.
Prizzy, I noticed you
Them
decided to make a joke,
takeovers
bro.
is
Shut the
crazy
fuck up,
with it.
bro.
My fault, bro. I don't want to grade you first week, bro. Fix speed boost.
You're literally ass. Shut up, anyways.
But like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see how like it all turns out.
Man, I wish I'd
That's
have made
definitely
this
gonna
bill
play a
earlier
big role, though,
in the
man.
season.
That's gonna play
This
like
my
a
And the
last bill.
success
I'm
of the
testing
game.
out.
Yeah.
exactly.
I think
I
he only
agree.
at 80
I
overall
agree.
right now. 80,
But and then
probably
I know
84.
they try not to reach out,
Somewhere
like
around there.
reach out for that or whatever, because like I said, like you
Be
see
in
what they
here
did in
beasting.
22. Like when I said put that in the game, like I explained to them, right? But like obviously, one thing I don't know if your experience is different from mine, but like when I went to play testing, there's a lot of disagreeing. Like some of us agree with shit, some of us disagree with each other,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where like my point, like even though people disagree, some like not everyone, like a lot of people agree with me, but there were certain individuals that didn't agree with me, and then that kind of caused like a like a but we like I even had people debating, like I even had the devs debating with each
Yeah,
other, like
for sure. But
and,
I
go
I
ahead.
was there. I'm pretty sure they're like they were pretty like they're really like down to earth. Like the defensive person was there, the offensive person was there, the animation person was there. Like they're all like down to earth and genuinely trying to like make everybody happy and like You know what I mean? And they
That's
are
the problem. They
listening to
trying to
like
make
I watched them
everybody
physically
happy. You
like
got too
fix
many
shit that I was
demographic
talking
of
about like
players.
while I was there. So
Yeah,
Like
like
on the
weeding
fly,
out
on the
all them
fly.
I was still
conversations is
updated on the fly.
crazy.
So like I said,
I couldn't
I
imagine.
did my
Well,
part,
hopefully,
and at this point, they did theirs as well. So it's just like, regardless, worst case scenario, I think it's still a very good game, and they did all the right things. So it's like, nonetheless, I know I'm getting a better game than this 23 shit.
nah.
And
As long as it's a different game, I don't give a fuck,
and
bro. And
like,
I hope the stage is different and shit too. Hey, fan,
oh,
I ain't gonna lie to you,
thank
bro.
Yeah,
God,
I
please
did. I
do.
brought that up.
Keep 3 years in a
I
row,
did.
bro. I'm fully quitting.
I know. I was like, yo,
All
What
yeah,
about the
day.
pro am
I see
arena,
you.
If
man?
I
Do you
see the
know
same
about that?
looking stage, I'm not looking.
Okay, I did.
And the rec. Don't forget
Let
spoke.
about
him
the
talk,
rec
bro. Let
either.
him talk.
Don't forget
Goddamn.
about the rec either.
I spoke on all three of that. I said, I swear to God, if I load up and see a red and black stage,
Copy
me
and
along
paste.
with an entire community is uninstalling.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
Copy and
Like
paste.
I made it very clear that they need to change I said, even if you can't physically like make a whole new place for it, like you need to change the colors and like a couple looks. Like
I need the court colors different. I need the whole arena looking
Yeah,
different. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
like
gonna
that.
lie,
definitely
Like
bro.
needs
we
a
Like
said,
I can't have.
definitely needs a freshen up.
oh,
We
Definitely
need
needs a
some
freshen
vibrant
up.
colors.
It needs
we
a
like.
I
freshening
mean,
up.
I did. I swear to God,
Vibrant, nigga.
I was very like
Hey, fan, you know
the
you're the first
couple
person. When I
things.
seen the stage prices keep change, I said that had to be fan. I swear I did.
No, it wasn't. I didn't speak on that.
Oh,
I don't know what they did with that.
okay.
But the one thing that I made very clear, like out of everything that I said while I was there, like I
I
said
get that.
that quick drop shit needs to fucking go, and the stages need to change. Like the stages, pro am arena. Like I said, I don't know if you could bring elite courts back, but that used to be dope. But like change something up, like as well as the rec.
I was just, and I was just thinking about that.
The
I
pro
just
am and
thinking
the
about that,
rec
fan. I was just telling people like, I
this.
know
Like
people want
my
it, and people like
career.
wanting like
Live
private
environment,
matchmaking so bad,
Right.
but
people
that shit
commentary
really
about the
killed the
game.
leaderboards
It
for
should
pro
be
am
like
and
on some
grinding for
tournament
elite and all that.
based
Because now it's like, fuck it, I don't want to
Yeah.
play. Now
NBA
everybody just
game
wants to play
type
for bread
of
and shit.
But even with
And don't get me
private
wrong,
matchmaking
arena.
in 2K20, motherfuckers were still grinding for their elite court. So nonetheless, there was still motion on like the pro am side of like,
yeah.
like
I mean,
motherfuckers
yeah,
wanted their
the
elite
game. Yeah, I
court.
know what you mean.
So
The game sounds promising as fuck. Like I said, they just gotta execute now. At this point, all they gotta do is execute. Because like I said, them 150 moves ain't gonna mean shit if we can't move out of them the way we want to. Like, and then what's gonna happen is
I just
I'm
need that
gonna
quick
explain.
stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain what's gonna happen. Like, if you can't quick stop, or if you can't explode out of those moves the way you want, we're expecting to. That's gonna kill. What's gonna happen is
it's gonna
the
kill the hype
community's
right
gonna
away, even
yeah,
if
it's
they
gonna
do
kill the
fix
hype,
it.
and the community is gonna riot. The community is gonna riot because what's gonna happen is that they're gonna be like, oh, you guys said make defense OP and make offense OP. Now you guys are complaining, and that's not what it is, bro. You know what I mean? Like they don't understand that's not what we're talking about. Like, and I hope, but that's exactly what's gonna happen if when the game drops, if they don't fix the burst. Like, so hopefully the burst is, like I said, I already know how it is when you go, like, they like, because they asked me for what I would want to make, and I used the build, like, the preset build that they already had. And then, obviously you tell them what moves you like, but you don't know every single move in the game, so you don't know what's OP in the new year. Like I said, like I asked for
Yeah,
like
but
Curry and
you
shit,
got to
and I
put
didn't.
quick play. Like and like you collab like I know all the like what would be good dribble styles like to see that boost animation.
Nah,
Okay.
it's to the point, bro. Like at this point, like everything sounds good, Fana. Like I appreciate everything that you told us, but like we said, going back to it, I need to be able to explode out of pretty much any move I do, bro. I'm gonna be honest, because like when you think about it, from a guard, like when you think about 2K, most of the biggest streamers are like they're guards. You know what I mean? So it's like if the guard play, if the dribbling is ass, that's what's gonna kill it. So that's what I feel like they really need to focus. Obviously, I don't know how much they can change right now, but if anybody can push that, anybody in here is listening, that's what they need to push. Like speed of the game and the dribbling and explosiveness out of those dribble moves is what is a necessity.
And that's what I said. Like people, like what I mean, like, and what I try to explain is like when I was there, I try to explain to them that I'm like, bro, I've been in the community for years. People want fast game speed. People want to be able to explode out of shit. People like, and I explained that, and like they listened to me, but the community bitched about it and they removed it because the community. But it wasn't really the community. It was more so the casual side, and that's why I said I was so deep into.
And you
like,
did this for 22, correct?
Yeah, 22, and
exactly. And that
yeah.
honestly was a really underrated game in my opinion. I think that game
It was the first month. It was, and then once they passed everything, it was like, all right. I mean,
22 is terrible, bro.
Could it be because of the defense too? Because like, I mean, 22 had, in my opinion, had pretty decent defense, at least paint defense. But like, when people were speed boosting, could it be that like the community was like, mad because they couldn't keep up? Or
nah, bro, it's not even like I said. They just had to. I feel like this is my point, right? I feel like this year
what he just
they
said
have
is a fact.
Yeah, I have like this year they have exactly what they need, right? And they have one part to execute in the game, and it's literally making sure that burst out of those moves is effective enough for us guards to get by a lot. But also, if we get, if they can cut us off or they time us good, then you have to make that balance. If you don't meet us in the middle in there, that's where the game goes downhill. You have to make sure that is equally like
I
they're
hope they
equally
Yeah,
widen up the
offense needs to
court.
be just as good as defense.
I
exactly.
hope they
Because if you
widen up
don't,
the courts,
that's when the
man.
community's like, oh well, yeah, defense. Y'all want a defense. Y'all want an OP. Now look what happened. This is why they patch defense. That's what's gonna happen, and that's not the case. The case is like you have to make the burst up the par, like the speed boost and out of par. And I know Mike knows what it is because like obviously I showed him like the burst that we're talking about, and that burst made people that burst made like the game fun that first week of 22. Like you heard Davis say, "Yo, that's the first one I had in mad years." Like, and that's what I try to explain to him. Like
that behind the back too.
Yeah, the moment. Oh yeah, but behind the back was fire. Like
The
every
behind the
year,
back shit was crazy
every
too.
year we have some shit
that was
gets
so
patched.
corny.
Like I
Let me see
don't know
that.
if you notice. Like every year, like 19.
Let me get that.
I mean, starting
Let me
from
get
21,
that
right? They took out speed boost, and then we found the speed glitch. 22, they took out what's it called? They took out
they just slowed the
us,
game speed down.
they slowed the game speed down. 23, they gave us adrenaline bars. Like bro, every year like they're fucking punching us in the mouth. Like the nerf us more and more. Yeah, exactly. Look,
I put it in here.
It up, man.
I put it in here though. Like, I mean, I'm sure you saw it, right? Because I tagged you in it. But I put in the little clip where Mike was talking about how they are putting that in the game. Well, I don't know how effective it's gonna be. I don't know if Fana could talk about that, but like he said it in the game. Like you could
2K,
like I posted it in here in the
I was
space.
playing live,
like he said
man.
that literally like you're gonna be able to
that would have
burst
been
out of any
between
combos.
the leg
Like
cross.
he said it verbatim.
You gotta
it's in the clip. So
yeah,
flip the button.
The 16 had that too.
You gotta flip the controller, switch it over, switch legs.
But it's just like,
man,
I don't know.
Are y'all talking about that
This is like a
KD,
thin
bro?
ice. This is like a thin ice conversation. So
Are y'all talking about that KD burst?
on your rooftop,
no. Look at what I posted. In the space.
I know what you're talking about. And
okay, now listen. So listen. Shakedown explain that's not gonna happen. He said they just made that for the video. He said in his video, he literally said that's not. He said that's not gonna. The animation's not what's gonna happen, bro. He said it's not gonna play like that. And
it's not the real like. I think we have different opinions on what a burst is, and that's where the huge disconnect with the community is gonna come. Like, because you can burst out of any move. Yeah, technically you can run out of any move for sure, but if it's not what a real like burst is, and like what a competitive person understands what a burst is, like a quick first step, but like not a literal speed boost, but like still like just a step forward, like that could be technically considered a burst. And that's where like there's a huge disconnect in like guards, like they might really not be able to real life actually what a burst is, like do that, like.
Yeah,
I'm gone.
I mean, I try to speak
I'm gone. Talk to me nice.
When I went, I tried to speak my mind, but like
that boy got left.
I'm a passionate ass nigga when it comes to the game, so like I don't feel like everyone's always gonna agree with me on that shit. So that's why it's super tough, bro. Like for instance, right? If I would have been able to go with you this year, oh my god, that shit would have been perfect because then they like we would have definitely like had this shit on point, bro. Like we would have had that would have been like it would have been on the money. I don't know if there's any other dribblers there, but but I ain't gonna lie. When I said I ain't gonna lie. What I told people was like, these Fana's going. I was like, I'm happy Fana win because Fana knows dribbling. So as long as there's someone that actually knows what they're doing in that category, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean?
On the wrong side.
But if you got no one in the category, then that's different. Like obviously, they have Wolf there and stuff like that. But it's gonna be an interesting year, man. I feel like first day. It's gonna be crazy. I wish there was a global release.
Man, it's gonna be lagging the first day, man.
I don't know. I mean, Madden lagged. Madden tweaked for like a little bit, and then it got right back to normal. And I'm a like I feel like 2K has better servers than Madden.
Yeah, I was about to say I have high hopes for 2K, man. Like I feel like they've been prepping for this crossplay way longer than we think.
Can you imagine a stage? Listen,
So,
stage
That's why I
stream.
said
Anyone
23
who
is a
streams
placeholder.
stage, them
Yeah.
stage streams are gonna be fucking jumping, bro. The
That
part
boy
2,
little
but
what?
them stage
There's
streams-
gonna be like 3-4.
I'm gonna
There's gonna
make
be like
this
3-4
bitch
comp stages.
pop.
Yeah,
Nah,
listen,
I
I'm gonna
haven't
make
even
this
thought
shit
of
pop,
that.
dog. Hey,
I
gonna
have
lie. This shit sound good. It sound
the stage is
promising.
gonna stage content is gonna be insane
Yeah,
because Xbox
bro.
and PS5. Whew.
G shit though, like I know I play
Man.
stage. I know I play stage, but G shit, like low key, fuck the stage, cause like me as a creator, like
Oh, we knew you wasn't gonna be in there.
like for sure, I'm gonna be like I'm
Let
gonna
me
be
get
in
that.
like that's what I
Let me
do.
get
Like I'm a
that.
competitive player.
Let's
So it's
go.
like, but at the
Run
end of
it
the day,
up.
like niggas' end goal with
I
this
already
2K
know off
shit.
of
Like
release,
I don't
baby.
want to
That was
have to
in there.
play
Come
against
on.
like niggas who are on this shit 10 hours a day to make a fucking living and really sweat my life off every
Nah,
time I load the
but
game.
the thing about it is when that shit's
End
the thing
game is
about
real park
when the
content.
game when the game
Let me
is
finish.
fun.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
The end game is real.
Hey.
Like I feel like for a lot of creators is like being able to create those funny park content videos and be able to go on big win streaks in the park
Let's
and get
go,
content.
Fanta. Let's go,
Like,
Fanta. Talk
but
that shit.
you real life
Talk that shit.
cannot do that in this game because you just will not. Niggas are A, running from you, B, you're not getting the games. There's just not even people there to actually pull up on you back to back to back to back unless you were like adding people. So it's like the cross gen shit, like I didn't even think about that. Like that's really like
Oh,
parks might
That
be
man
bumping
left me.
from
What's wrong
nah,
with him?
sun up to
this year,
sundown.
That boy left me.
Bumping this shit, Fanta.
Nah, like for sure, I'm like super excited about that because it's like, yeah, like the competitive shit is what I do, but like the park shit is still like, nigga, that's what I grew up watching. Like that, like that was my goal.
Yeah, the
coming into
park
this
shit.
shit.
I ain't, you know
Like,
what I'm saying?
Fanta,
that's what I grew up coming into this shit is wanting to create like genuine content and like fun shit. Like,
Fanta, are you saying basically park is gonna be like vibes? Like obviously comp is gonna be comp, but like
yeah, but not even
Yeah.
just vibes. Park is just gonna be something where like you can genuinely go and fucking with this
Enjoy.
cross shit. You could go and go on a 30 game
Like the
win
old
streak.
days. Like the old
You
days.
could go on a 40 game and people will be spinning and you'll get back-to-back games and like you could get your content in and it's coming.
I didn't like playing against niggas on my. I didn't like playing against niggas in the stage all day, bro. Like that shit was boring. I feel like that shit was just like. I honestly just like chilling with my supporters now, nigga. As long as I get my hella back-to-back games, nigga, I'm good.
And peep this though, EJ. Even with like the fact you could get back-to-back part games,
everybody ain't
like
got that.
we all know that like the fact that you have to add people for them to join, you're still getting those little sweats who are just pulling up on you over and over.
Yeah, but they gotta wait 30 minutes to fucking with me. They gonna have to wait 30, 45 minutes in line.
Exactly, but you won't even have to really necessarily add everybody to get in your park and get your content this year. Like it's just cross gen. So
yeah, cross gen. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be different.
Now, and also with that cross gen shit, that's why I said like I feel like they're gonna be able to you're gonna be able to thrive or like you're gonna be able to like succeed in anything you play, whether it's the park. Don't get me wrong, like
whether it be park, pro-am stage, like
because everything is literally gonna jump. Literally
everything is doubled.
Mm-hmm.
Even in terms of like you want to think about the consistency and the litness of like tourneys. Maybe like if you know what a midday is, middays, overnights, like there's gonna be just so many more teams now that it's like kind of all together. Like
exactly.
Yo, the biggest reason why the park gonna be jumping though, bro.
You think they gonna have more people in the server, like more people that's allowed in the server, one server?
I don't know.
They'll probably split it up. They'll probably split it up, bro.
I feel like it might be the same in terms of like allowed in a single server, but it's just gonna be the fact that every fucking server is booming. So it's like
it's gonna work out. It's gonna balance.
Yeah, it's gonna work out. Even if it's not like helly people in one server, there's gonna be helly people in your server. So like that's really all that matters.
I'm wondering, EJ, now that you say that, I wonder because you said earlier, you said like talking about like how there's like hella NPCs to make it look like the city is lit. I wonder if they're gonna get rid of a lot of them because it's gonna be mad people. Like even if the limit.
Yeah, I think they're gonna tone them down. Yeah, I think they're gonna tone them bitches down. They're gonna tone them.
They know we're complaining about games, bro. They're not gonna do that. They know that we're complaining about games. They're not gonna make that. That's not how it's gonna work, bro. They know that we've been complaining about getting games and shit like that. Then on top of that, like I said, you're just doubling the like.
Is it a city again?
You're doubling. Everything's double. And like even a stage, there's like, bro, there's gonna be 2 stages at least. It's only like 3 to 4 stages, bro. Because you know, like how we already had our regular stage, and then we had like our like like our B stage or whatever you want to call it. Now you're gonna have your Xbox people who come who are in the main stage with the Xbox people who are in their other stage, and that's how it's gonna be for people. Now you're gonna put them, you're gonna combine them shits, so it's gonna be double the amount of people. Like, bro, stage is gonna be like.
I think there's gonna be like 3 to 4 comp stages. Swear to God.
Yeah, there is, and then you're gonna have your main comp one, and then you're gonna have one that it's gonna come to a point like, all right, this is what it's gonna be like how Fana said, like. Fan, like even in stage, you might not even you're gonna sweat obviously, but you might not even sweat that much in stage because you know what's gonna happen. You're not gonna want to load up. You're not gonna want to load up. You're not gonna keep trying to load up into the main stage. You're gonna get tired of it, and so are other teams. So you're gonna be in a mix of playing really good comp teams to like comp teams. And that's what it's gonna come down to.
Every year, every good stage player. It doesn't matter. If there's one thing I learned about this community, like, because we've seen what it's like to have to take 30 minutes to get in the stage. Right. I'm still taking that 30 minutes to get into the fucking comp stage because that's just what people want to see. Like, they're like, nobody cares to see me like beat on like.
Yo,
like,
Fanta, a problem that
D-League,
hasn't been spoken about, bro.
stage.
That we need 2 God Nexus back, bro. Don't you think?
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody just trying to get to those fucking.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that, especially with cross gen. You definitely need
there's gonna be hella more people.
On current gen, there's 2 got Nexus though, so
exactly. So they need to introvert.
Current, that's why like next gen, I go over the next gen, bro.
I think they'll fix that. I think they'll fix that, and even if they don't, I feel like that's something that will be quickly fixed if it's like a real issue with like just everybody spamming for one spot.
That would be crazy, bro. So many people, both gens, one spot.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Imagine losing in that shit. Oh my God, you really don't want to lose a game.
I'm just going to a new stage. I'm gonna be real. I've never been one to wait 50 minutes to play.
Yeah, no, that's not really what I want to do.
Or I'll just go to another court. But every court, honestly, might have back-to-back games.
Exactly. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, no, I mean, bro, they have the real chance to make this game amazing, bro. They just gotta, don't fuck it up.
I think it need to be good on both sides, defense and offense too, man. Like,
but right now, from what obviously the dribbling needs to be changed from what I feel like we've been saying. It needs to be better. So right now, it just looks like it's going to be defense. So if they can just, give us that same.
The dribbling itself is perfectly fine. It's literally if
just the explosion out of it is what I mean.
It's one.
So, as far as dribbling, like, are the size ups the same? Like doing
okay. So your 2K19 size up that you guys have been asking for is back in the game in terms of like flicking up, and you can chain like whatever you have on might chain like, you know what I mean?
So like R2 up, R2 left, R2 right type shit.
Not R2 up, left, right, but up. Like there's a size up you have, and when you do up, like that's just what's gonna activate. Like, and a lot of people like using that and dribbling out of that and comboing out of that. So like that's dope.
Yeah, I mean, that's 10. I was hoping that it was like 16, where it's like he had all the combinations, like he had your tween, he had like your like he had like obviously the move that you said was R2 and up, but then R2 and right was like your tween, and R2 and back was your behind the back, like like I love that way.
Those are your SIGs, yeah. That's just dub. I mean, isn't that not just how the game is in general?
No, that's not how it is. Like, not no more. Like you're R2 and down. Like it's not like that no more.
Like depending on your SIGs, like if you do those moves, you get different animations this year.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Unless you're saying you want like a whole sequence of moves for up.
No, that's how it was. That's how it was. Like, that's how.
I mean, I don't feel like that's really necessary though. Like,
well, if you're saying that, if you feel like dribbling, like, because the only thing I didn't like about that was that before we couldn't do it because of the simple fact that we couldn't do shit because of the simple fact that like you couldn't cancel out of every move. That's why I said like how you said, all right, Francis, right? They have 150 moves, right?
All right.
Now they said there was 37 moves this year, signature styles. Out of them 37, we probably have fucking 5 moves that are effective, and that's my point with this shit. Like, that's my point with the 150 plus. There's 150 plus moves, but we won't know until the game comes out how many moves are actually effective, depending
on right. Which is just honestly how every single game is, though. There's a meta in every single game.
It's gonna be a meta.
No matter how many unlimited resources there is, like, there's always gonna be a meta. You talk about COD and like, nigga, they got like 50 fucking guns. Everybody's still loading up with the same 2 guns.
Yeah, with the same shit, dog.
Like, everybody's still gonna load up. Like, you have a million different attachments. Everybody's gonna still have the same gun layout in a competitive setting. Like, it's just how it is, and that's just how competitive gaming will always be. Like, I feel like Overwatch is really the only competitive game where like you really use different shit to counter different shit, and it's like really like switching back and forth and not just the same shit every time. And even in Overwatch, like there's like a setting that like everybody does in certain situations, like certain characters will come out.
Oh man.
So like meta is meta. Like you can't run from meta.
Yeah, meta's no matter what. I explained that the other day. I was trying to like, you know, like the only thing that you could do, and like the only thing that like 16, the reason 16 was balanced is because you had to pick your inside, your outside, but everyone you pick your own poison. So like you pick your play style, and then like, you know, I'm pretty sure like this might be somewhat similar to that.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting. One thing I seen was that he put 6'1" with the 6'6", but the wingspan was really 6'1" with 6'7". So I don't know. I mean, besides,
I don't know what Demi. I don't know.
That boy got 46 points in the half.
A couple times with some of the things he says. I feel like a lot of it is just. Really,
I ain't gonna lie.
Like interactions and shit.
Reggie
interactions, because like what the fuck?
I'm sorry, Reggie ain't it. Reggie Jackson ain't it.
That one blew me. I couldn't understand.
Come on, gang.
There was no point. There was no point.
A 6'1" isn't overpowered in whatsoever.
Like right when I started getting comfortable on the stream, I got
match on defense. Like every
like obviously fan understand. Like bro, we're literally in pro and bro. We're literally getting
even with steel, even with the people saying, "Oh, you put not me. I load up in my 2-3. I'm 6'1" with my steel. I'm good." Like that, you're playing against shitters. Like at the highest level, if you're 6'1", you're gonna get violated every time.
Right.
Like
straight shitters.
Yeah, it's not a demigod. Like there's no demigods at a fucking super low height. The demigod shit was the 6'9s, and they handled that this year. So.
Them bitches like really ass though. Like they really.
I don't know because I haven't seen a damn 6'9", but I seen the like. I just know that what I've seen from just defensive adjustments to Wolf being there and like toning down like
total.
You're not about to get the best dribble style in the game with only a 75 ball handle. So that alone makes like the 6'9" shit kind of useless, you know? Because if they couldn't speed boost, even with the moves they get this year, if they weren't getting the good dribble styles, that shit is useless. Like it's you know what I mean? So.
Yeah,
they really balanced it out to where you kind of have to pick what type of basketball you want to play and like build your character around what you're best at, as well as trying to balance it on defense to hold your own. So,
got him
it's
again.
more balanced. I feel like this year would be more balanced than
every
any other
time.
Year. And honestly, none of you guys have talked about the takeover shit. What do y'all feel about the takeover? The fact that you can pick any takeover
you can fluctuate between
takeovers. I like that double takeover too. That double takeover.
Honestly, like I don't really have an opinion. Like
I don't think double takeover is a thing this year. I didn't see that.
Mama mentality. Like
you gotta switch. You get the option to switch between shooting, finishing, physical, and rebound.
Okay, so yeah, for sure. But so
and they gonna get you.
But the thing is with it that I feel like it balances it out. Like let's say like you're playing against a 6'9", he keep rim running you. You pop badge, you could as a guard or a defender, you could throw that rim badge on. Now all of a sudden you're playing better D. Like you know what I mean?
That's gonna be
like,
crazy.
You could pop sharp badge, but it's not overpowered to where
on how you make your
this
build.
Is a pure lock with a 43-point line or with a 43-point. You're not gonna pop sharp badge and be able to shoot from limitless range. So like they balanced it as well as like making people be able to do whatever they want at the same time. Like, but it's still somewhat balanced. So like. Nobody really talks about that, but I'm really dead excited about that as well.
I fuck with it because, like what you just said, fam. Like now there's like more situations.
I gotta see how it's gonna operate though, because you said you can do double take also. So that mean you can pick
whatever
two of
you
them?
need at the moment. That's what you're gonna choose. Or I like it way better that way. It's way better.
Yeah, and it's like a lot less extreme. Like the attribute, like
I didn't know I was gonna hit him that hard with that.
Like a percentage now, which I think is a nice little touch. That's cool.
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think I saw it on Twitter. Like if you're 50%, it'll say 50%. So like that's a cool little touch. It ain't nothing crazy, but it's a cool touch.
Yeah,
let's go.
I'm about to send Mike a tweet right now. What I said about, you know what I mean, like.
Hey, man, like I said, bro.
I said, listen. I said, please make sure speed burst is effective out of all the moves versus.
Yeah, we just gotta really push that, bro. Like us.
Because if it isn't, I said 150 moves won't really matter. The same way this year we had 37 plus, but people only used Francis because it was the only one that had an effective burst.
I like what he did say about the Steve Francis six and the Trae Youngs. He put them at the top of the food chain. So you gotta play. You gotta have like I think a 95 or something like that to get those 6.
It's gonna be
Nah,
one of the
Swear,
best 2 plays
it'll
we
only
had
be
in
Steve
a
it'll
long
Francis
only be
stuff
a
time,
is
good
man.
crazy,
it'll
though.
only be a good 2K if they make the dribbling
Kyrie
good.
too.
Like
You had to
that's what
be
needs to be like.
above
Like
like
having the
92,
speed
I
burst.
think, for Kyrie this year.
Because like they said, Fan is saying the defense is great, which is good. So they need to match that with offense.
Which
Yeah,
was
they gotta match
smart.
that with the offense, man. They can't, just
Hey,
have a defense super OP
you
like
running the
that, and
flow with
then
him at home,
offense is
boy.
just,
Because I promise you,
it's
nobody's
not
gonna
just
want to
there.
play that. Yeah, nobody's gonna want to play if that's the case. Like that shit's gonna be like terrible.
None of
You
that,
don't
none
build
of
up this
that
kind of hype for
BS.
me.
You get it. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
wanna,
saying?
I
Cheesy
wanna be able
mess.
to
None
quick
of that.
stop and pop. You know what I'm
You
saying?
ain't
Or
see
just,
you seen me come
lean
out
with
here
it,
and straight
lean
hoop.
with it.
Oh, we gone. We
Uh,
gone. Watch
I
this.
might, I'm going
Watch
back
this.
6'3". 6'3"
Oh,
play shot.
Jesus.
Bring it back 2K19 days.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
6'3" play shot.
That's money.
Mike Wayne buff the
Oh,
mid range
shit.
fades. You know
My
what I'm
bad.
saying? And if you can quick stop, man, that's a plus too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he thought he had
Hopefully,
it.
man.
Wrong.
We're gonna have to see
He
though.
thought he was going
Road to
up.
Legend is back.
Wrong. Who
That's a
mans
good
is
thing.
this?
I ain't lie. The one flaw that I feel like the game's gonna have is gonna be the speed burst, bro. I feel it, bro.
I seen how
Yeah,
aggressive
that
he
pro
was
play
trying to
shit. I
go
hope
to
they
that
don't put you in
rim.
a
He thought he
cutscene
had
every time
one.
Nah,
somebody.
they said it's not. Even
Yeah. Don't put me in
Big
a cutscene every
65
time
on the
somebody hit
paint
me with a move.
and
And if
blocking. You
any nigga
feel me?
break my
Big
ankles and
65.
start doing that emote, dog, on my
No.
mama gang, it's over.
No,
Oh,
that
yeah, we
emo
gone.
is a fucking
We
Hey,
dub.
that
gone.
shit's funny. I didn't even
That
know
shit's
about that.
funny. Yeah.
But
Oh.
like, if you're flooding,
Whoop,
especially in
whoop,
pro am, if
whoop.
you're just winning a game and it's a
Hit
beef
him
game,
with
you
it.
can sit there and shake your knees back and forth while the clock is going down. Like, it's gonna be like,
I
Bro,
mean, as
it's gonna
far
get
as
toxic.
I don't even
like I
use
said, that's
them little
like
sick
that's
things
the
on my
the
players.
main thing
I
though, right?
need to
When we
use
speak
them
about
more,
this, right? Because
but I
everything
didn't use
sounds
them like
great. They
that
listen to us,
animation when you hit a
like and all
green
that.
or
Like I
something. I
said, like
never
it's like how you
used
said,
those.
right? The main thing is like the
I think
defense
that
is
was a
great,
waste of
and it
money
doesn't matter if
because you
defense
had to
is
pay
great.
for
But
them.
as
But
long as
I
we
don't
can
know.
get the burst that we need to get by a defender, and I don't listen. This is what I mean by that. Like as long as we get the
And
burst that
plus,
we
you
need to
can't
get by a
you
defender,
can't even
because
talk
you
to
can put the moves in the game,
you know what
right?
I'm saying. You can't
But
talk
if
to the
I can't get by someone with
oh.
that move, or
You
it
can't
doesn't
even
give you
talk
the
to the
burst that
people
you need to get
that
by
you're playing
someone,
against in the
then it's
rec.
gonna be
I think they
irrelevant to
should
have the
open
move in
that
the
up,
game. You know what I
man.
mean?
We
It's not
should
gonna
be
be
Yeah, I
talking
effective.
smack
mean,
to
nigga
everybody,
want to
bro.
combo up, bro. Like I want to combo up and get open, dog. Like
Right.
I don't want to have
But
to do
also,
Like
more
I had to
offense
go
than
and
look at
send
but
them
my
a
also,
point
message and
guard.
then get,
if
you know what
someone's
I'm
boxing my
saying,
shit up, if someone listen, if I listen, that's the thing
get
though. Like,
banned because
if
they want
the
to
defense
report
is,
me
they
for
said defense is
messaging
super
them.
good.
But
If someone can lock my shit up, right,
if they have the choice,
and they're playing
whoop,
good D, I'm all right. Bet you got it. You know, I'm not mad at
got him
that at all.
again,
But if my burst isn't good enough to even
got him
get by you,
again.
and you're not even playing good D, that's a problem. So like. That's why I'm saying like that sounds like the only thing, like how Fana said, that sounds like the only thing that might be an issue.
Good
But
shot.
besides that, everything else sounds good. Like I
Yeah,
don't mind if someone
I
can
saw
lock
that
my
one.
ass up. Like if you
I saw
locking my
that one
ass up,
coming.
props to you, you get me. But like if I don't have the moves, and like I
I'm
said,
surprised they
that'll
still
be the
got me
day
in.
one
Let me
problem with the
see.
community.
Let me see.
Because what's gonna happen is
Let me
if
show.
we don't have the
Let me show
burst
them what I
that's
got.
effective enough to get by someone,
Get that little nigga up
everyone's
off
gonna
me.
sit there in the community and be like, bro, we can't get by. Defense is OP, but defense isn't really OP. You just don't have the effective moves to
I
get
had
by.
it, but I
The
kept
same way this
playing
year,
with it,
y'all all
playing my
use
food.
Francis because Francis is the only burst that can let you get by a defender that's really like,
Yeah,
that's really
that
effective
Francis is
besides the mixed
OD.
directions and stuff like that. So hopefully they get that right because
You
that's
ain't
what sounds
standing in
like that's
front of
the
that
only issue.
Francis
And then
dribble
quick
moves
stopping, like you said, like Fana, like we were talking
without
about quick
getting
stopping.
shook.
Quick stopping is just so important because we don't want to get pulled into moves. Because last year we were fading because when you try to pull up for a shot, the contest system, like they were at your face already. You couldn't let your shot wasn't quick enough for you to let go unless you were butt naked open. If someone was flying up to you, that shit wasn't going out. So I mean, we'll see. Yeah, but the ref system is fucking fire. Like the
ref system. I don't know what the rewards gonna be like, but hopefully it's some nice
Yeah.
ass rewards.
The
I
rep
think
system on
everybody
point.
walking
They keep
around with a
talking about
mascot and
lore in the
shit, man. I
city or
feel
the
like, bro,
neighborhood. Like,
that kind of
no.
just like
You
dumb the
finna
game
have
down,
more
bro.
people
Especially with the
involved in the
tires and
game.
shit.
You talking about
Like
Nah,
everybody
crossplay,
walking around with
we
that
got
shit, bro.
vehicles in the
we really
game.
got
Like,
spoiled. So
nah.
I can say we really
I
got
definitely
spoiled.
see them
But
bringing back the
at the
golf
same time, like
carts
I
and
said,
the mini
I feel like they
motorcycles and
have the
stuff.
right
So,
people. Like how Fana said, they got the right
woo,
people in there right now. They have the right
hey,
people in there to make what they have to make happen. You know what I
he
mean? So
didn't
I'm
execute that
confident in
joint.
that. But like I said, that's the
Pinch.
only thing that I'm
No,
worried about. Like
okay.
everything seems good. Like we we already now that Shake announced that, like, you know, the pro play, because everybody see the pro play's fine, but everybody's like, wait, but is it gonna put you in that same animation every time?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, bro, when I seen it.
Nah, but now it's confirmed that it's not, so that's out the window. You know what I mean? Now, like the only thing that we're really concerned about is the simple fact about, you know, the dribbling. If like the the moves, we got 150 moves, and like Fanta said it's good and stuff like that. He can't really speak too much on it, but like he said, he doesn't really know. He's not sure. Can we burst out of that move? Like, are we gonna get a burst? Or are we gonna get like this little
150 moves. I'm pretty sure you could burst out of something, man. Everybody really
say,
gonna
like y'all just keep repeating the
type of
same
dribble
message.
moves, man.
Nah, but
let me tell you,
bro, you
Well, not the
what
same
I'm
thing,
saying,
but
EJ,
something gonna be meta, bro.
EJ, what I'm saying
in
is
50
that
moves,
yes,
they
there's
trying to
100%,
get y'all out of the
150 moves, and there's gonna be
mindset
a way to burst out of it. But I'm saying
always
that
using the same
like you do a move and your shoulders get to shaking, like that's your dribble
so they
style.
Like, hey,
when you do a
this
move
time if
and
we
you're
give
like
them
bursting out of it,
variety,
like
maybe they'll go
like for
out
an
there and
example,
find
Michael
their
Jordan dribble style
own
this year is
set
what
of
the dribble style that gives
moves
people the
instead of
ability
going
to
to
actually burst out of moves.
YouTube
If we
to
didn't have
find the
Michael Jordan
meta
dribble style
moves.
this year, there would
Like,
literally
if you
damn
just
near
stop going for the
obviously
meta
there's
moves and
there's
make your
watered
own
down bursts,
moves.
but
Yeah, it's
like
watered down shit,
there's
man.
You ain't
Everything
got to
is watered
worry
down.
about.
there's not even
Man, we gonna be able
really
to do
like
this with the
water.
moves,
Man, fuck, I can't
Cause
even.
the moves with
Man,
The thing is,
he's
the thing is, bro,
without
I
him
feel
saying
like
he
it's gonna
can't.
be.
And those
He can't
moves,
speak
the dribble style shit
should
is
have been a
the
move.
issue. All the SIGs and
Like-
shit is super creative, and there's so many of them, and that's gonna be great.
Be
But it
your
all
own
becomes
player,
kind
man.
of
That's
nothing if you
it. That's
can't
all, dog.
burst, cancel,
The
and
game
Yeah,
would
you
be
can't
much
burst
funner.
cancel
Like
all
I
of the
played
stuff,
this
bro.
whole
Come on,
entire
man.
year.
Like,
Bro, I'm still
you
playing
have
my
real NBA
career,
players
G.
that can speed boost, bro.
This
Come on, man.
season
They
is over with.
they
We
quick
got
on their
another
feet, bro.
2K
You know what I'm
coming
saying?
in the next
They're definitely
25
days.
days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
I'm still
bro.
in
Like,
my
give
career
us
playing
some,
with
give us some. You
Bills
know, the
because
thing is,
I
this what's
just
gonna
had
happen,
that
bro. This
much
happen
fun
every
playing the
year,
game, bro.
where it's not even Mike Wayne, bro. It's the community.
I
They gonna
experimented with
complain about Mike
Mo
Wayne about some
Bills
cheese shit they didn't seen and some shit, and
because I've been
that
having so much
it's making the
fun.
game fun, but a lot of
all
the
my
casuals,
bills
you
are
know what I'm saying?
unique.
Davis, right? Davis came in here,
They
right?
not
Davis
YouTube
is one of the
bills.
biggest people in the 2K
I built
community.
these
Davis left the
jokers. I
community,
went
right?
in here and got in the
Like I
lab and
said, like
fixed my
in
play up
22,
and
like they
made
have
my
put the speed
build.
burster in
Like
the quick stop.
I
And
didn't
you
go
heard
to
what Davis just said.
YouTube and wait
Davis
until
literally
somebody
said that's
dropped
the most fun
a
before they
dope
had that patch
bill
when
and
they
was
took
like,
it
all
out.
right, I gotta
He
go
said
with
that's
that.
the most
Like,
fun he
no.
had, and he thought like that was like the
I
best
sat
2K
down, I
years
played the
for
game,
22 before they
and
removed that.
I
And
got
that's
my
what I
money's
try to tell
worth.
people, like, fast game speed is the best game speed. We all know that.
Facts, bro.
Good shot.
That's the best game speed. Like, I'm
Fast
not
gameplay, bro. I want fast. I'm talking about like nigga, like fast, bro. 2K7, 16,
I mean,
15.
like it got like like I'm gonna say like at least a good like your average game speed. What would y'all say game speed is? What would y'all say it is?
Game speed. I'm talking about, man. Just give me something I can
They don't
speed
know.
boost
They
out of,
don't know.
man. So I can look at like, oh, I can
They
speed
don't
boost out of
know. They
that.
just complain about the game. Niggas do not know the average game.
I want to be able for someone to also like get out of someone to be able to cut me off. If someone can still cut me off, if you beat me at a spot, if I can, as long as I can speed boost,
if they
cool,
widen up the court like they supposed to,
like that,
and make it a real NBA court.
If I can cancel out of
it'd be a whole nother animal.
That's cool. But if I can't run out of
they
it,
shorten up
and
the
you
court.
can beat me to the spot because my explosion is not good
the
enough.
Court is
all you're
actually
gonna
smaller.
hear from the community is like, bro, like defense is OP. The speed boost is too slow. Like you said, like fan of it's water. If the speed boost is watered down,
it's gonna be some. It's gonna be some patches, man.
I got you.
I got you. That's. And I was gonna touch on that, EJ. I was gonna say like the thing, and then Red said it before. Like, and a bunch of people are tweeting it. Like, leave the game alone for a while. Just leave it alone. Like, let the game be the game before you guys try to fix
y'all
something.
stop bitching.
I feel like I don't know. It's kind of hard though because
that's
like
crazy.
EJ,
like they
most
want
of the time
they complain about 2K not listening
most
to
of the
them
money in the game and
not saying not making the changes they want. And then when they do listen to them,
hold on, 2K needs to know,
man, leave the
2K
game
really needs
alone.
to,
it was perfect.
Buckle down and listen to like
y'all
the people
niggas
that
need
know
to
what they're
stop
talking about,
complaining.
like a Red, like a fan, like you, EJ, like people
y'all
that really
keep
know the game
these,
let the game breathe and live for a little. Now, if it doesn't work, like you guys are saying, leave it alone, and it's still not working, the casual's not getting better, and people still
mess
complaining
up the game.
Then it's like, okay, then like, all right, cool, like y'all can switch stuff up. But until like the people that are actually
2K
know,
do
like, what's
be
good
in these streams listening to people.
Like say something. I
This
feel like
is a fact. They do be listening. Now, if I go into every stream and I keep hearing the same thing, like, oh man, 2K done messed up this and 2K done messed up that. So they like, damn, all right. Same thing happened with the drilling bars. I was there.
Like they are.
They complained about their drilling bars, and then boom, 6ix9ine was born. OD 6ix9ine.
Okay, even like it's so hard to go by that too though because they can listen.
Like you guys, I heard.
But even when you go for, let's say, how we're talking about like
what's going on,
right?
bro?
Like, we're saying don't touch the game, and I get don't touch the game. Like if the speed boost isn't effective, right? But we don't really know.
But
Like
I do
I said,
agree.
like
They need to
Fanta didn't
shut
get to
them
use
up.
every
Oh,
stick in
let's
the
go.
game to know how effective.
Hey!
You know, he didn't get to put every move
Anything that
together
they gotta say about
as to, like,
defense,
for,
they
you
need
know,
to
like
buff.
when
If
we
it
get the
ain't a
game, we'll be able
glitch
to put shit
related,
together,
no.
and we'll
If it
know if
ain't
we can actually
dribble
get
related,
the
no.
speed boost would be watered down or not, right? We'll actually know.
Who is that
Now the thing
talking?
about it is,
Oh no, this is
my
the
big
2K
thing about it
community,
is,
bro. They got a
don't
Twitter
touch
space right
anything
now.
until everyone gets
And the
their
2K
badges. That's my big
community
thing, because
right
everyone's
now
gonna
is,
bitch like,
you
oh,
know,
this is too
talking
hard,
about what
or
they
this is
seen,
this,
and
but you didn't even get
you
your
know
badges yet, so
they
you don't
little
even know
opinions about the
how
news that's
effective
dropping.
that
Because
is.
Mike
You know,
Wayne been
you don't
Bro,
know
I got
how
people
effective
fucking
it
news
is.
on
dirty.
Man,
2K
I feel like,
for
bro,
like the
don't
last
touch
2
nothing,
days like
bro. They
crazy.
gonna play the game regardless, bro. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
been
I think
insane.
casuals. I ain't
Leave
gonna
the
lie. I
game
feel like
be
casuals
for
want the
like
game to change, and I
4 to
talk to a
6
lot of
months
casuals. They don't
alone.
really,
Yeah,
like this 2K
exactly.
like it is
That's
right
what
here.
he's saying.
They want
They
the
really
other
just need
shit
to let
back.
them adapt and learn,
Yeah.
bro.
I don't be
These
surprised when I
little
hear people
cheese
say, like,
puff little
Yeah.
kids
or
that
like
fat
because that's one
niggas
thing
that
I push for
always don't know
22.
how to
Like,
play
you know, that's
ball,
one thing I
ain't
push for
played
was, like, you know,
basketball.
getting that quick
The
burst
closest they
out
ever
and, like,
came
you
was
know,
street
like the quick
ball.
stop. And, you know, like I said, like you
It's
just said,
trying
like,
to
you know, we just
tell
had like
somebody
5,
how
6
to
people come in here.
how to play
They were like
organized
2K
basketball. Like
people
that's
who got over
crazy
1
to
million
me.
subs already,
That's
and
like
they all said,
that's
like,
like
bro,
a
that was like one of
goddamn
the funnest 2Ks
YMCA
before it got
player
patched.
trying
You
to
know, like,
coach
because I'm
LeBron
gonna tell,
James
bro,
on how
that's
to be
that quick.
great.
Like I'm telling
Like,
you, the fast
are
game
you
speed.
fucking
Like I
crazy?
said,
Are
it don't
you
gotta be
stupid?
crazy, but like the fast game speed is just fun.
Like,
Games
come
get done
on,
faster,
man.
whatever.
Like,
And as
no.
far as parks, bro, like I said, you can do, you know, like there's mad courts now.
That's
If
what
you
I
can
said.
sit
The
there and
first
do
thing they
like
said was
four
adrenaline
3v3
bars was the
courts,
issue, and
two
then they took
2v2
it out,
courts, and
and
a
then
one
boom, they
1v1 court, or
fucked.
fives how you like, you know, how we
Everybody
had
was
before.
saying
That'll make
2K23
everyone,
was
like, you
on
know, that'll give
point
everyone
on
games that you
release.
won't hear. But like I
And the
said,
moment
I
they
feel like
listened to
crossplay
these
should solve that
fools and
problem,
took out them damn
regardless, because it's
bars,
gonna, like, you
the
know, I don't know
6
how
9s
it'll
was
work,
going
but I'm
crazy.
thinking it'll double the
These
amount of
is
people visiting
facts.
a regular park.
Hey,
You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I
what?
mean, shit. I mean, as long as it like, I think everybody just want to be playing, bro. I don't think people
Oh
want to,
snap! My
I don't
bad. I
think
had a
people want
text
to just
message.
be having dudes that's running all day. You know, I feel like,
All
I mean,
they
it's
need to do
crossplay,
is
bro.
make sure
I feel like it's gonna be a
that
lot of games
environment of the
going.
court
You
is
know what
on
I'm saying?
point.
Like in the parks and
Give me that. Let's
you know,
go.
I
Nigga
just
talking
I don't know,
crazy.
man. I hope it's a great 2K, bro. I hope it's a great 2K.
I don't know why they even
Everything
having
sounding
this
good,
thing,
bro.
cause like I
So
wish
nah,
y'all
everything
just shut
I
up,
hope
bro.
the
Y'all
city
can
ain't. I
play
hope
the
the
it's
city
just
game.
ain't big as
That's
executing.
fuck,
another
It's
thing
bro.
that
just
kills me
executing.
about
Now it's
them.
just executing.
They
Yeah, I hope the city
complain
ain't
about the
fucking
VC
big.
prices, but guess
Can I
what?
ask
You
you a
niggas
question
went
though?
out there and
Yeah,
paid.
what's up?
And I need you to
Bro,
be
if you
honest,
look
because I
at
know
the
you care
numbers
about the bursting
that
and
2K
dribbling. But
made
let's say,
off
for
of
example, that's
VC
not in the game.
prices,
But like everything else, as far as
like
gameplay, is
they
solid.
don't
Like, would
understand.
you
Like
actually
if
be
you
really
want to
like bothered by that?
boycott or get
Be honest.
changes
Like,
made with the
It's
VC, that
not.
mean
All right, I'm
don't
gonna be
buy
honest.
it.
So it's not
These
that. It's not
companies
more
is
of
not
like being
sitting
bothered
and
by it.
listening to
It's
your
more of like
YouTube
it
videos
takes like, okay, like
or
if
your
you, like I
Twitter
said, if
spaces
both sides of the
about
ball are
VC
OD like they
prices.
said they are, you know what I mean?
When
Like,
they see the
which I believe,
numbers
because, like,
coming
you know,
in,
fantasy defense is really
and it's
super.
like,
So like that's
nigga,
cool,
we
but
made over
Not about
a
being
it's
stupid.
quarter
It's just
billion or
super
something.
fair.
Like,
It's
bro,
not.
some
You're
dude
not
showed the
sliding all over
video.
the place when you don't want to be going one
He
way. Like,
spent
I say
over
soup because I'm looking
30,000
from a
in VC
perspective
or
of
20-some
great
thousand dollars in
defenders, like the
real
people that,
money,
like,
not
I
fake
know who are
money,
good every
real
year and
money.
know how to play
He spent
good
over
defense.
20-some
Like,
thousand dollars
when
in
I say
VC.
soup, I'm saying because I know if you're
You
good at
think I'm
defense,
finna
it's
stop
gonna be soup.
doing
So you're gonna be
VC
going against
prices
soup
or
in defense. Like,
the price of
like it's
VC
no,
way
I
less
after
follow
I
that. I
see
follow
that?
expensive.
that. But like you said, like it's how you
It's
said
not
earlier.
overpowered. In no
Nigga,
way am
you
I saying it's
crazy. I'm like,
defense
bro, we found the
overpowered,
sweet
because
spot.
nothing
Matter of
about the
fact,
defense,
we
you're
gonna
not
try
getting
to test the
super
limits
plucks
a
or
little
super
bit, increase
contests or
it
like
to see if
super
we can make some
takedowns.
more
You're just
money.
getting rewarded for playing good
If we
defense,
made
which has been
over,
something that 2K
bro,
has been
they make so
lacking for
much money they
years.
gave them
So when
people
I'm saying the
raises.
defense is soup, I'm saying that,
That's
like,
how
if
much
you're good at the
money
game
they
and you're
made, bro.
anticipating people's moves and beating them to
You make
spots.
so
Like,
much money
your
in
defense did its
VC
shit this year. Like, you're gonna
off
be
of
able to
2K
play good defense if you're
that
playing
you
like
give
good
out
defense will be rewarded
raises.
this year, which I feel like 2K has been missing. So that's what I'm calling
So
it
how
too.
can
It's
I
not
sit here and
necessarily
look
No,
and
no, no. But
pretend
I
and say,
get that.
oh
What I'm saying to
no,
him
man,
because he was asking
Let
about
me
dribbling.
finish
He was
though. Let me
VC
finish.
sales was
Let me
terrible
finish.
this
No
year,
burst, right? Because it all ties
so
down to
we
what
need
he
to
said
cut
in the
down the
first place.
price.
Even let's say
No
there is
business
no
does
burst.
that,
Like,
Mike.
obviously, I'm a dribbler.
None.
I work with the burst. Like, I
Oh,
think
got
that
him
there
back
needs to
door.
be the burst.
All
Like, I don't
around the
know if the
block.
burst is there or not. Like, I don't know every move in the
He
game.
said
You
they
feel
sound
me?
louder than
So it's
you.
like,
Oh,
but
hold
what
on,
I
cut
do
them
know
down
is
then.
that
Hold on.
absolute, like, I guess
I got a new
like,
mic,
from
so
my
you know I'm still
perspective,
playing
worst case
around with the
scenario on the
volumes and stuff.
situation, like, let's say
20
it's not
grand, that's
there,
a dummy.
they still made a great fucking game to where like
remind you,
you'll be
2K
able to
is a
make
yearly
something shake.
release.
Maybe it's
He
not the type
spent
of
that
meta
amount
that
of
I
money in
personally
1 year
what I like
span
doing. I like
on
speed boosting, I like
2K.
comboing, I like canceling out of
Now
it.
I
Like,
could be
so
wrong with the
maybe it's
number. I
not that,
could be. I'm not
but I know
100%
for a
that was
fact
20.
there's
But
still
I
like so
know
much
for a
shit that you
fact
can
it
do
was a crazy
offensively.
number,
Like,
bro.
like if you have a deep bag, you're gonna be able to score the ball and work with your
It
team.
could
Or
be 2
like make
grand,
it
but
just not so kind
whatever
of
it is, I
single
know it was
person
something in the
oriented
thousands,
and more as of
20 or
like
2.
you have to really
But you
work your
spending that
PNR
on a
breakdown
game
of
that only
defense,
costs
like
a
with these
$70
couple of
game.
moves that you have at
You
your
know,
disposal.
$200 if you went for the limited
That's
edition
definitely,
Michael
I
Jordan
get that.
joint.
That's definitely
So
that's
you spent
definitely like
200
dope
and
though.
spent
Because you know,
over
don't get me wrong, 'cause
1,000. You spent a
my
cell
thing is
phone,
right, Fano, like
an
you know,
Apple cell
we
phone
played
on
for years,
VC,
right?
on
My thing
digital
is like
currency.
even before when you had like
Man,
17,
get
for
your
instance,
ass
right?
out of here.
Anyone who plays 17, you guys know pick and roll
I
was
send you
fucking
the.
OD.
I
Brick
text it to
wall
you.
was
It's
like you got your ass
it's
laid on
one
the
that
floor almost every play.
Mino,
That boy
a Mono.
Yeah.
So like
This is the one
wait,
that
like and we
Post
had
told
speed
us to get
boosting
for the
with that as well.
podcast.
So
Right.
you know, like
And
my
I
thing
think
about
my
it is
gain isn't
Enrique,
all
is
the
that
way up. I think
it's not
that's
a
what it's
sense
going
of
on.
it's not a sense
But
of
I'm
you
gonna
know
fix
like
it. I just lowered
like you
them
know
down a
watered
little
down or
bit.
like if it's
Hopefully
not that
that
it's just
worked
being
out.
able to if you got your sword, let me bring my sword with me too. You know what I mean? Like
But yeah, this
if
joker,
you're
this
that's what
joker
I'm saying. I'm
fire
saying
though. I ain't
like
even gonna hold you.
just pause. Because you know
The
what I'm saying.
mic's
But
so
I'm just
fire.
saying like
I'll probably be doing
let me
another
let
podcast.
if I could bring my glove, if you got your
I
gloves,
got
let me
another
bring my gloves too. You
podcast
know what I'm saying?
with
Like
my girl
that way
that we
we're
were doing. They were
evenly
like, man,
matched.
what
I agree
mic you
with
got? Oh
I
my
agree
god,
with you
your
100%.
voice
It
sounds
just
so
kind of sounds
crisp.
like from me
I'm
listening,
like,
I
yeah,
feel like
yeah,
the
baby,
only
yeah, that's me. That's
part
all
where
me,
like me and
shorty.
you were disconnecting on the opinion is that you're kind of making it sound very do or die-ish,
Oh
like the
man,
game is cooked if we don't have this speed boost, and that's
these are
just
more for
where
the
I
next 2
don't
days.
100%
Oh, okay.
necessarily agree, even though I
Shoot, I'm
agree
on
with the
now.
fact that shit, nigga, you know I like dribbling the same way you do, and I burst just like everybody else, and I know for a fact that
Shoot, I'm trying to
without
see
that
what
burst,
shorty
like
gonna be like.
I know a lot of people that are just like
But
don't even
you
have the
cracked the
time to
Utah
really
across
get
their
their
head
bag
real
deep
quick
enough
on
to
that one. I
still
ain't even
make
gonna
shit
hold you.
work. Like they're gonna just be
Yeah, them
crunched. So
boys
I do see the
69,
problem
9,
with it,
15
but I
assists,
don't think it's
5
do or
blocks.
die.
That's
I
crazy.
just might
5
think people
blocks.
might need to find a new niche. If you
No,
I
thought
needed
you were
one
a
more
good guard,
Yeah,
rebound.
you gotta get open though, fam. You
Yeah,
gonna
no,
have to.
yeah,
You
you got
gotta
no,
get
listen, don't get
open.
me wrong, yeah,
Though.
fan,
Like,
I
you
agree with
gotta
that.
do
Fan,
Okay,
I'm not mad at that
okay.
at all.
So
I
I
agree
got
with that.
3
like they
badges. I
might
got
just have
3
to.
badges off
If
that
you thought you
joint.
were a
That's
good
good
hunter, you
screens.
might
They
business.
just
can
have to
speed
go
boost and
rim
them set
run.
screens.
I ain't right.
Exactly.
Alright,
I
alright.
don't mind.
That's
I
not
don't
your
mind that
speed.
at
You
all.
might
I
just
don't
have to
mind that at all.
give it up to somebody
I
else
Look,
who
I
can
ain't
figure
even
it out
hit him
and
past
does work the
92
rim run and
yet.
does work the new floaters and yada yada
And
Eurosteps around the rim, does work the pick and roll. Like I feel like
I
if
thought they
Mike
was gonna
just
give
put
me
a skill gap at
15.
guard, absolute worst case scenario.
Dang, man. I'm about
and don't get me
150
wrong, I
short
fuck with that.
off of
I
that.
fuck with the skill guy because listen, we've
Yeah,
been
that
asking for
sucks.
years, like the
Whatever.
Euro
For
step.
Hall of Fame,
Euro
that's
step
another
and
thing they need to
floater game
fix,
has
man.
just
When you
succeeded,
playing on
and then
Hall
they
of
kind of
Fame,
like
bro, I should be getting
toned it down.
bread.
So
They
like
need to
I love
bring
that
back
because
that
like I
mode
feel like that
where
puts IQ in
when you
perspective.
got your
When like I'm going, like I said earlier, like
Gatorade
if
endorsements, your
someone's trying to cut me
shoe
off, I hit them
endorsement,
with a
they need to
Euro or
bring
something
all
like
that
that,
back
and or
and
like a
increase the
floater.
price on
It's
that.
just key
I
because
wouldn't
that
be
puts your eyes.
complaining
Because
about
then
the
when you're playing
prices
against
if they
someone who
increase it on
doesn't
that.
really have an IQ brain, who's so used to rim running.
But yeah, they talking about
So like when
what's
you're
going on, Brody?
so
What's
when like
going
when
on?
you're sitting there doing like a Euro or whatever, like or like a floater,
I
you'll
mean,
tell the
on the
difference
Twitter
between like someone
spaces
who
of the
knows what they're
2K
doing
community
compared to
right
someone
now,
who's
they
gonna
talking about the
rim
Yeah.
run and stuff
game
like that.
and
So
pretty
Yeah.
much
now
the Mike
I don't care
Wayne
about. I'm not
moves
gonna
and
say
things
like
of that nature. So
it's not do or die. It's more of making the community happy because everyone will be fucking happy if both sides of the ball, like I said, if you can get that burst that like how we love, as you said, like
they're like, I wish we
we
could get the
know
burst and
if
we
that's in
got
the
over
game with
106.
defense the way it
I
is,
hope we're
we're
gonna be
all
able
gonna
to
fucking be
dribble.
happy as fuck.
You
That's
got over
that's like the icing
120,
on the cake, basically,
150
because
some
everything else is
SIGs
fine.
in this
But
game.
it's like more of the community, like people who are like the
Bro,
dribble hustlers,
ain't no
which is a
way
big
you
part of
ain't
the
gonna
community.
find something
Right.
for
You know what I mean?
It's been a
yourself
big
with
part of the
over
content that this
100
game
Exactly.
and
produces.
Like
20,
that's why I said like when
150
you
six to choose from. The problem is, I want to say 75, maybe 80% of these cats are going to run to YouTube to find the meta, what they deem the meta sig moves and the meta crossovers to get an advantage. That's the only thing that's going to be wrong with this game. And then everybody going to sit here and dribble the same because guess what? Everybody want to go check out the same YouTube video.
I pull to the side, hit you with a hop step.
That's it. That's all.
Jump shot, shit like that.
that's where that comes into place, and that's why I'm saying like I just wanted to
Like
be
you
where
can't
like
tell me I
everyone
ain't have
like
fun with
we're
2K
we're
this
all
year.
fucking happy because right now we're
Fam,
all happy, like I said. But like
I
that
know
watered
the
down thing,
Bulls
people don't get me wrong, people are gonna
goddamn
be like, you know, obviously
schedule.
you're gonna have to adjust. You have no choice. But if it's not
Man,
watered
we like
down and it's
10,
actually
dang,
like
bro, we ranked
explosive
terrible.
and it's
The
But
even on
I
potential
had
both
a
is,
sides,
bad start
there's
because
yeah.
community
I
fucking, you know,
literally
that's
did
to
not
make
put
everyone
no
happy.
VC in
Now,
this dude.
Red and
He's
Fan, let me
out the
ask y'all this.
box.
Now, let's say that it
This
is in the
is
game.
it.
I'm just, you know, trying
Like
to think.
I can't even upgrade
Yeah,
this
Let's say
nigga
that
no
it
more
is in the game,
because
right? And
they
you can do it
so
out of all
oh,
six.
here go
Does
one.
that now
They so
eliminate
stingy
there
with the
being like
dead
a meta
on
sig?
VC in this game
Because I
that
understand, Fan, you said it's more like game style, but like
if you just wanted to grind the
yes,
player
to be
out,
honest.
like
But
you just wanted to
when I
sit
say
here and
meta,
just
I
play
say
my
meta
career and get
because
all your badges
I feel
and
like, let's say
get
there are
your
a bunch of
99
groups and you can burst out
overall,
of it and you can
bro, you
do
gonna be
like whatever.
playing
Like everybody can have their own unique
nigga for
thing. Like if you put in
ages,
the time, you
bro.
could probably make some shit that a lot of people don't use
Hold
look
on, let me
super
show you.
glitchy,
I'm gonna
and
show
it
you in
might
one
be like
moment
harder
what
to
I'm
learn.
meaning. Oh
But
yeah, we're gonna
meta
Dream Shake.
is
Yeah,
still
put Dream
meta
Shake
in
on
terms of
silver.
like there's gonna be something that's very
All right.
not hard to do
So look
that's
at
very
this.
effective, and that alone will become
You see
meta.
what I'm
Even if
working with,
there
right?
are
This is
like,
what
let's say
this is
somebody
what
who puts in
I'm
that time
working
and
with.
work to
So
perfect the craft with
we gonna
different SIGs
say
that other people
we
don't
just gonna
use, and
pick
it's
some
still just
stuff.
as effective
We
and
just gonna
glitchy.
randomly
Like
pick. You see how I
that'll
got
just be
like
separation.
8,000
That's a
right now.
skill
That's
gap,
actually
which is
pretty
what we've
good
been
right
asking
now.
for.
But
But nonetheless,
we
there's
just gonna
always going to
pick
be
some
a meta
stuff, right?
when
Just to get him
something
to
takes
the
a low amount of
93.
skill
This is not
with a high
99. This
amount
is
of
just
effectiveness,
93
and
that I'm
that's just what
doing.
everybody's going to run
Watch
to
this.
and start spamming. Like that's just
Just
how
watch.
all games work.
Gonna increase. We're just gonna go down the line and just increase stuff. Even though this stuff fluctuates, it depends on what you're increasing. It actually goes up even more.
Man, it's like I said, it's
So
gonna be.
I like
this
that
is
pro play
just
still.
93 right
No, the
now.
pro play is tough because, like I said,
Somebody educate me on that. What does that mean?
what pro play?
That's
Yeah, like what is that? I've been hearing that a lot.
So pro play
181,000
basically it's
VC.
like from IRL situations.
Remind
like
you,
they have a
right?
technology where like they can
I
like
gotta
say
remind
Kyrie
you.
does some crazy ass move in the
I
game.
have not
It
maxed
can
out this
implement
player.
it
Oh,
right into
actually, I
the
can
game, like
put
it go
something.
right to
Hold
the game
on.
and be.
Yeah, the way I
Hold
like to think
on.
about it is basically like before
My bad.
they
There
had
it
the
go.
low cap, all that animation. Now it's just like IRL NBA games.
182,833
Like somebody did a crazy step back or a
VC,
crazy
right?
crossover
Just
or
to
something.
max him out to
They're gonna add it.
93. This isn't 99. This is 93.
So in my opinion, that's
So
what I'm
when I
also
go
talking
to
about, like dribbling the
buy
six, because
and
now
I
it's
go to
like now it's
add,
kind of like
guess what?
unlimited six. To
It's
like
gonna
certain
cost
extent,
me
no player cap. So like now it's like
$50
now they can
just to
see
hit him
like
to a
any NBA player like
93.
LaMelo or something do a crazy move and just add it to the game, and now
Right?
it's a part of the sig. You know, like
Then
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
I gotta get him
but I
up
wonder
to a
if that's gonna like
99, which
maybe
means
even like
this
be
part right here is
counterproductive
going
in
to
a way. Let's
increase
say
even more,
somebody
which
SIG
most
gives you
likely
this
I'm
super
going to have to
effective
pay
move, and then boom, they do some new cool shit where
additional
it's like, yeah, it was full IRL, but now you
$50
add it
just
to
to
this
hit him up
package,
to a
and now this
99.
package has this unnecessary ass move that like
Probably won't. You know
took
what?
away something you enjoyed
Let me give
beforehand.
them a benefit of the doubt. Cause let's just say I go in here and I
You
play
know,
my career
that's
and
the
I grind
only
the
like
player, da 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 da,
question that goes to my mind
and
when I
I
think of
get
like that pro play and like
half.
updating SIGs all year, etc.
It's going to cost me another $20.
The only question is like I wonder.
So
How, I mean,
technically,
guess
I
it
just
depends on
spent
how they
$70,
go about it.
$70,
But like I see what you're saying, because like
$77
you
because
kind
of
of like
tax.
it's basically like
I
you
just
pick a
spent
player. For example, you know,
$77
like
just
say
to
you got James
increase
Harden,
this
so you
man
did
up
some
to a
crazy move.
99
Like how do
overall.
you add that move
And
without
I
necessarily
still got to
changing,
play the
or like you know,
game
because I see
to
what you're
get him
saying.
to a
It's kind of hard to
99.
like
Like I
put
still
it
got to go into
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we're
part.
playing
I
with a
mean, not the
controller.
part.
Like, there's
My
only so many
career,
fucking directions you can flick a
continue to
stick. So it's
grind it
like,
up until I
let's
can get him
say,
to a
boom, he already had this
99 or
nice
go to the record,
smooth step
whatever.
back that I was
And
using
then the
James
moment
Harden
he
step
hits
back for.
99
And in
max,
game, he does this like
then I gotta go in there and
nasty
put
different
20
animation, like
and
step back
another
3. And now
75.
if you add that, like
That's crazy,
flick
bro.
down is flick down. Like a step
That
back's a
is
step back. So
in
it's like
total
you're kind
$77
of
plus
gonna
me
have to
buying the
change
game.
something
That's
before
100.
you're
Like,
able to just
bro,
add new
no.
moves into a game
And
like that,
remind you,
because like it's not like you could do
yeah, I
step
ain't had
back
no
with a
boost on,
different type
just
of like,
Gatorade,
unless in game there's
fire.
like a way to like
But
put on a
just
certain
remind
step
you
back. Like if there's
also,
a package within a
you going through the
package,
years,
but
so
like
you want to
I
play
don't
different
think
modes
that's
because
realistic.
you got
So like,
different
do y'all
friends that
think
play
like,
different positions, right?
like
you
with
know,
all the
sometimes
different
I have a friend that's a point
moves,
guard.
like
Like, all
you
right,
could
cool,
figure
you
a
go
way
run
to
point. I
get a
go
bucket,
down and
like
play power forward or
'cause I
something.
think I heard something about like explosiveness not
I
being
got a
as effective.
position. I got a build
Like
for
I
every
think like
position.
we could like probably like size somebody up,
All
and,
of
like kind of
these
like speed boost
jokers.
out of it, or no, that's not like
So
a thing
just
now.
imagine
we literally just had
the amount of money.
Yeah, that's why I
You
was just
feel me?
wondering, you know.
Especially with somebody that's
not really,
impatient.
basically we'll figure it out when
Like
we get
I
the
didn't
we'll
get
find
it
out.
to the point
Yeah,
now
nobody
where
knows.
I can play because I found
Nobody
out the
knows. We're
little
just talking about
threshold
like
of 2K.
possibility.
If you
Like,
keep your bill at
this is like
92,
good
this is
possibilities
what
and
I
terrible
found out.
possibilities, and
If
like
you kept your
where to
bill at
go from those
92, you
possibilities.
play in the
I
lower
got you.
levels. You play with the
Yo,
92s and
if
below.
y'all look at what I
The
just put
moment you
in
hit
here,
93, that's
this
when you
is
hit
one of the things
93.
that
That's
I
when
guess
you play the
Mike posted.
93 and
I don't know if
99
it's from
bill.
2K or
So
what, but
I keep
like
this
if it does get
bill
like if they
right
do like
here,
a
my small
signature,
forward, for
basically
me
you know
to
how you
go
have your dunk
in and
creator,
play
like your
with the
dunk style
92s and
creator.
belows,
If they do
right?
it away like that, I guess that could
That's
work.
how I
Where
get
it's
my
like,
VC when I
but
go
like
to
you're
the
saying,
rec.
at the same time, like for example with the James Harden example,
And
like if he
then
did
I play with the
one
rest
step
of these
back just one
cats,
time, it's like what do you call it? James Harden
you know
step
what I'm
back one, step
saying,
back two,
with
like
the 99, depending on
because
who
I
I'm
mean if they
playing
got
or
like
who I'm
real
playing with.
detailed, like it could
But
work
this
like
one right
out the
here is the
gate.
one I'm working
Like it
on
could
now.
work
He's
that
just
way,
80.
but it's just like how do you keep updating it and like how do you make sure
Like
people
the
know
game
which
is crazy. You
animation
feel
you're
me?
picking? I guess would be like the problem.
Yeah.
But how can I
Yeah,
complain where
that's
I'm
definitely,
the
well, I mean,
anomaly?
we're
Like
gonna.
I'm the
There's a lot of
%,
there's a lot of
that
questions and shit like
will
that.
rather
I mean, we
grind
got
and
fucking
give
3 weeks, man. So
2K
these 3 weeks are about to be
another amount of
long
money, another
as
$50.
fuck because
But
I
the
mean, everyone
99
is,
is
you know what I
willing
mean,
to
thinking what
sacrifice
they
their
can.
bread because they want to hurry up and run and get
Everyone,
that
everyone oh,
content. They want to
oh,
compete against
what I say? I said nothing crazy. I'm just saying.
the Twitch
Damn,
players and stuff
What he
like
say?
that. They ready to get straight to the work.
These 3 weeks
Whereas
is
with
going
me,
to
I'm
be
willing to
very
long,
anticipated.
figure out my build, learn how he play,
man,
learn how I play
y'all
with
niggas
him,
crazy.
and
But yeah,
then
these 3 weeks about to be
go
some
out
of the
there in the wreck.
craziest, weeks, man. I
It's
mean, as
crazy
far
out
as
here,
games
bro.
though, like
It's
I think
crazy.
what's the next thing they drop? The next time they drop something?
I heard Badgers is going to be in the next
Well, hold on, let me move real quick. I got a
courtside
phone
report or
call.
whatever it's called. So
Yeah, I like that. I want
I'm,
gameplay. I want to see some park.
honestly, bro, I'm just trying to see the builder, bro. That's what I care about. I want to see what the fuck they're gonna do, how they're restricting people, and how are they making sure people are balanced. That's what I want to see, bro.
Yeah, but
Keep it.
Fanny, you think the builder? I mean, you can't speak on it, obviously, but do you think we'll still?
I wouldn't know regardless. I don't know anything about builders.
No, I was gonna say from you playing it, from like obviously they gave you some type of thing, you playing it.
Oh,
but you say with the build that you had, you felt like you still could do what you like get a bucket. Do you feel like you could still get a?
Yeah. The quick drop shit was cooked, but if I had an open dunk, I could go take off and go dunk the ball. Like there's but you're not like, let's say I was thinking about it from like a competitive standpoint in terms of like me rim running and then boom, like the power forward cuts me off. The power forward's taking you.
Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I gotta go
have
take this
anything that
phone
just
call
throws you
real
at the
quick.
rim at 100 miles per hour. Like if you don't have an
I'll
open
turn
dunk
this
and
up
he
so
beats you
y'all
to the
can
spot,
hear.
like yeah, like it's just like there's no glitchy dunks. Like there's like it's not overpowered quick drops and stuff like that. Like if you don't have a high dunk, you're not gonna be dunking through like 3 people, which is honestly good.
that sounds good, but knowing how the community like kind of like water down stuff, they probably gonna be like, oh yeah, da 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 da, and then it's gonna be a patch or something. I hope not, but
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that we would be backpedaling if we were like catering to little things like that. Because let's say that's a complaint. Oh, I'm getting taken out of dunks as a 6'1" PG. Yo, get off a 6'1" PG. Go make a 6'5" slashing playmaker. You know.
Got you.
Because like it might really just diversify like what people
are
are
making.
I don't even know if that's a fucking word, but it might just make it a lot more diverse to where like everybody's not running around on the same build. Because like if you're someone who likes to run to that rim and you depend on like dunking through those 3 people, like go get on a 6'5" or some shit. Like there's so many 6 this year that it's like I'm sure each height is gonna have their own go-to moves. Like, it's not gonna be all built around Steve Francis the way it was this year.
Yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, man. We need a good 2K.
Which honestly seems very promising. So
I want to know if my thing is, I want to know if shit's actually gonna matter this year. And when I say shit's gonna matter, I want to know I just seen the Caesars post about I want to see who's gonna use 25 straight this year.
Man, that's all that shit.
I saw that too.
Man,
I saw that too.
I had a 10 speed, a 10 strength this year, man.
Bro, but that's why I'm saying I want
big ass niggas.
That's why that's what I'm saying. I want to see the builder and how it's gonna work. Because like you gotta really think about it. Like this year, that was part of the problem. Part of the problem was like you like certain attributes you didn't need to have like that high up. Like you guys
Right.
are saying, like the Michael Jordan, what's it called? The
Dribble
dribble
style.
style. That joint was you all you needed was what, like a 75 or
Yeah,
something like
that's
that.
one.
Yeah.
Like that's way too low. So it's like, so it's like I want to see the builder next year to see like what they're doing because I think Mike
That
personally.
was fixed. That's fixed. I can answer that question for you right now. They have.
They
Shout out
fixed
to
that.
Wolf. Shout out to Wolf. If you've seen Wolf in this community, that's somebody who's very educated on the game and knows what's what, and he's not gonna allow that. He took like made it very clear that he took a
God
lot.
damn.
He took damn
My
right.
bad, ma.
You could like
Somebody fighting? Say who fighting
I
over
was
there?
open. I was opening the pizza box. My bad.
Eat pizza box. God
you ain't
damn.
tearing that motherfucker. You
I didn't get
hungry,
to
ain't
eat,
you?
nigga. I didn't grab my pizza.
Tearing that motherfucker
I was
open.
opening the box.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of. It's gonna be a lot of. We gonna see a lot of shit, man. You know,
Because like,
coming up the next 3 weeks, man.
because like
Uh,
for just real quick,
Oh
EJ. I don't
shit.
mean to cut you off, but for example, like I was thinking of making like not a super tall guard, but like a 6'6" guard or something like that, or 6'5", 6'6", and
yeah, 6'5". If you wanna, if 6'5", I say 6'5", 6'6". If you just like want to ISO, but I think I
but
don't know how if it's in. I mean, hopefully you be able to burst. I feel like you'll be able to burst out of certain shit.
yeah,
Uh,
but hear me out. But hear me out, because I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big dribble head, so I'm not a big dribbler. I dribble enough to get my people open and pass
Right.
me the ball.
yeah,
I'm
that's
not
all I
crazy.
do. So I just want to get
So
open.
Right.
but in my opinion, I was trying to make like a 6'6" build, right? And I made one this year because I'm hoping the builder's like a free builder, like it is this year. But my question is like I was thinking about making a taller guard. That way, if I do get posted up against a smaller guard, I could post them up, right? Because that's what I did
Yeah.
this year. I made it like at the end of the year, I was making builds, and that's what I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my question is, do I actually need to put up my strength for that? Because
I
the
don't.
build I made,
I don't know, but also, can I ask you like? Do you think now let's say that you needed to have your strength up and etc to like to be able to do anything on the court, you don't think that would like kind of take away from like builds even being able to do anything in general? Because like have to have, especially after Wolf's done what he did, like I think I cut off by the pizza box, but I was saying that Wolf put in a lot of time and he made it clear that he put a lot of time into like balancing the OP shit, like not being able to get the OP shit with like the bare minimum amount of attribute points towards it, you know?
Mhm.
So, um, but yeah, you to go to your question about strength. Yeah, I don't know that, but I wanted to ask you, like, do you think that it should be like that? Like, do you think I should have to upgrade the strength on my 6'1" guard to be able to be any type of like useful on the court against, like, let's say I run against a 6'5" like you? Like, you
in
don't think
my
if I cut you off like rim running, you think you should be able to just bulldozer me over because you upgraded your strength?
I don't think it should necessarily be like that. But for example, like me personally, I feel like, and this might be a little, I might like diverge a little bit from what you're saying, but
Right.
me personally, I feel like there's certain like physical attributes that you have to upgrade that kind of sometimes don't make sense. Like for example, like your speed and acceleration, like it sounds beautiful on paper, but then it's like I don't need to like necessarily. For example, on offense, I don't need to have a high speed or acceleration. I just have to have a high speed with ball. So it's like there's certain things like that that sometimes make it feel like it doesn't matter as much.
You
But
want to
when
know a
it's stuff
secret?
like yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
But ball don't mean shit this year, brother.
That's crazy. See,
You
that's
can
Man, that shit
crazy.
don't mean nothing, man.
excel,
Niggas with
excel,
25 speed
excel,
like Speedy Gonzalez.
excel. Like, yeah, you have to upgrade it to a certain point just because in the builder, when you upgrade one attribute, like it
Yeah, yeah, it
automatically moves
automatically, yeah.
up. But like, you can have the bare minimum speed with ball this year. That doesn't mean anything. Like, everybody had to remake their builds because acceleration is all that mattered this year
That
for real. Like,
see,
speed with
see
ball
that
is
makes
you
sense though.
sprinting with the ball. Your acceleration is how fast your speed boost is out of your moves. So like
Exactly, exactly.
this year, you didn't need to touch speed with ball. Like, you just needed excel.
See that, but that makes sense. So that's what I feel like 2K's been lacking in the past, where it's like a lot of people. I mean, yes, they put it up to a certain like point, like you just said in the past, but they really just cared with the speed with ball because the speed with ball was what determined all that stuff.
Right.
So if the builder is like that, then to answer your question, then yeah, I feel like I should have like you don't have to have like a 90 or a 99 to like be able to kind of like stop somebody from driving, but like
Right.
if you don't have like if you have your shit in the 50s and my strength as a slasher is at like a 70 or like a 75 or something like that. Like I should like you bumped me, so like I should get a weird animation or something. But like I should still be able to kind of bully you a little bit, like.
No, yeah, for sure. But I feel like you can already do that this year. No, like
it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell.
Every time I've took my 6'1", like I have to like be in very good position to like I damn near have to be like cutting you off like before you're even near the rim to stop you from like making shots this year in the rim. Like I feel like if somebody has like the closest thing to a step on you, they're getting like a brush off layup animation and it's going in 10 times out of 10.
I hear you, but I'm on the game right now. I'm on 23 right now, and I'm on the build I just told you about. So, my strength, bro, maxes out at a 49. Right now, I have it at a 30, and I played against 6'1s, right? And the crazy thing is, I get back down Punisher, I think, on like silver, bro. And it's like I shouldn't be able, in my opinion, like even if my post control is high, I should not be able to get it even that high. Like I should have it on bronze, because the whole point of back down Punisher is like I'm supposed to be stronger than you, pushing you out of the way. So how am I pushing you out of the way with a 30 strength? That makes no sense. And it's kind of like the same thing with like drop stepper and badges like that. Like if they're gonna have certain badges like that, or like, if it's attribute based or badge based, it doesn't matter. Like if you're gonna have things of that nature, then like those things have to correlate directly to like your strength and your speed and like stuff like that. You understand what I'm
saying? Yeah. I'm not too sure, because even I'm gonna be real with you, I've never been a very like glitchy guy in the builder to like find the best stuff. I've honestly always just like somebody finds something and then I like kind of just like make it like a little bit towards like
you make your own
like around that, like around my game style, but like
that's what I did.
Like, the format of what they do.
Like
so I'm not too sure about that, but I honestly like I don't know. I feel like they honestly like G shit, like all bullshit aside, I think that them having Wolf on their side this year, like handling all that stuff, like I think like Wolf should get his flowers, and he really busted his ass this year in terms of like really finding that balance for the community and all the things that the community's really been complaining about. And like a lot of people don't even know who Wolf is, but like a lot of motherfuckers like that are finna have smiles on their face this year, like it's because Wolf was there, like really like he had knowledge, like he has
and the way the way
knowledge with the game.
The way that you've been explaining stuff to it, it does seem like he went crazy and was balancing it out. So like that's what I'm saying. Like if the builder is kind of the way you're somewhat describing, because you're saying you're not 100% sure, but if it's anything even remotely close to what you're saying, people are going to have a hard time making builds, except for like the people you said that find the glitchiest builds. Like if you're a person who makes their own build without like watching videos, and no hate to people that do that, because like it's how the game's been forever, but like for people that just really go in the builder and try to do it themselves, like people are gonna have a hard time. Like, and that's what I like. I like that. I like having.
But I got a question. I was just saying, but now, if that's what you're like thinking to yourself, right? Now this is where like from a business standpoint, you don't think they pop their shit if they have people having a very hard time deciding what they want to make? Because that just means motherfuckers are, damn, I should have did this. Now I got to make a new build. Now I got to make a new build.
It makes sense.
And that's quite literally their job as a company is to want people to want to spend more on their shit. So
and that's a point I made in another space earlier this week. It's like if they make the game correct and they make it as balanced as possible, and like the builder is extremely balanced, then that's what people are gonna do. People, even if the build works, right? Let's say I made my first build off rip, I got lucky or whatever, or it's just the game is so balanced that my first build worked, right? People are going to, because it's so balanced, the game is so balanced, they're going to make another build just for fun. Like let's say for example, I made a build that's primarily a shooter. Like the first like 2 or 3 months, that's what I ran on. I get a little tired of that. The game is so balanced to the point that I can go ahead and make a slasher, bro, like a primary slasher, and like spend money on that because the game is so balanced. Like people are going to want to spend more money on the game to make more builds if the builder is balanced as hell, bro. Like, and that's my opinion. I don't know how other people feel about it, but I think that's like the best business strategy they can have, honestly. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what else people want to talk about, but yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I got my eyes set on the builder for real.
My social battery's running low. I'm definitely.
Hey, how do y'all feel about badge tiers?
I don't even know. That shit is Yo,
I'm not
badge
gonna
tiers,
front. Yo,
badge tiers.
Feel
Oh
like that
shit,
killed the
we
game
did
in a
talk
way.
about that. We
yeah, I
did
can hear
talk
me.
about that. That's like once again, like thank Wolf. Like he really balanced. Like we talked about that. Like how guards like our badge tiers are in tier 3 to get like the decent stuff that we need, and like a lot could sit there and get Club Hall of Fame at tier 2. So it's like they are just cracked out with these badge tiers. But
Thank you.
Wolf made it very clear that he fixed that. Like he fixed all that shit up. Like honestly, like shout out Wolf.
Nah, yo, y'all can hear me?
Shout out to that nigga Wolf, man.
Yo.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
All right. No. Going back to what bro was saying, about like the builder and shit. I just don't want to fucking deal with another 2K where it's like you make a build, especially if you're a guard, you 6'1", make a build. The new meta comes out next week. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you need gold fucking limitless takeover. I know it's not in the game no more, but like I don't want like the builder to be like you got to just keep making fucking builds. Because that's just gonna first of all, that's just gonna slow up the grind.
That's
If you're
gonna
trying to get
happen,
legend.
Goku. That's
Yeah.
gonna happen. You know why that's gonna happen? Because, all right, I'm gonna be honest. Me going to the event, right? Besides, like he said, now that Wolf is there, like there are certain things that we know that they don't know. Now, Wolf on the other hand, he's on the comp side, so he knows.
Yeah.
But the game hasn't
That's
even
the only
dropped yet.
personal opinion I was really even worried about.
Right. The game hasn't really dropped yet. So since the game hasn't dropped yet, there's shit that's like last year, right? Me and Sean found the best meta build like day one when we were at Community Day, right? And I remember even going up to Fan. I told Fan, I said, "Yo, Fan, this probably the only meta, bro." Bro, like that ended up being the meta. But then later on down the year, we started finding out about if we had a 97.3 or Hall of Fame agent, you could make everything basically almost fucking anything you shoot. You feel me? So like down the road, you're always gonna find out more. People are gonna find out more shit no matter what you do. People are gonna keep finding out more things as we go. You know what I mean?
Nah,
so you're gonna.
but Reds, niggas having 5+ 6-1s is crazy, bro. Like nobody ever done that in any 2K. Like no, like motherfuckers that had like 10+ builds every year, but like that would be like different builds. You're not gonna have like 5, 6, 7 versions of the same height build. Like,
I definitely know motherfuckers who do that. So.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
But honestly, that just means 2K's doing their job as a company. You don't
I'm
want
excited about this year, though.
I don't think it should be like, as a company, you don't want motherfuckers to make one build and just know that this is a perfect build because they know the game so well. Like, you want motherfuckers to have regrets and want to make new builds and grind new builds and find new metas. That's what keeps the game like long and healthy. Like, everybody figures out what the fuck they want day one. Like by month 3, and you're on that same build, like you're bored.
Yo, what's the possibilities you think of pick and roll officially coming back? Like,
I mean,
like inside, like an inside center.
I feel like it's all preference, and it all comes down to like the movement, you know, because it might be one of those things where it's like you might need to have like an inside center because like there's great defenders out there, so you need to like have somebody really set big heavy screens and like work the midi or rim run or walk back and shoot your 3. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, my thing is I feel like they should penalize like poppers. Like, I feel like an inside should not be getting dogged out by a popper, bro. I'm sorry.
Can I ask you a question, Phil?
I get you.
And
what did you think about the screens back in 2K17? Like, what was your opinion about them? I don't know if you
I mean, I think that would just be fucking ridiculous if they brought that back.
No,
Like,
I'm saying.
So ankle breakers is fine though, Fana?
Because I don't know. I don't have Hall of Fame ankle breaker doing the most, like what causes the most ankle breakers. Like, we don't know. We have to wait for the game and animation.
Bro, I seen Demi's tweet, bro. Ankle breakers are back, bro. That shit done.
For sure. Okay, for sure. Maybe it is.
Ankle breakers.
That's fire, nigga.
That's fire.
Bro, fire, bro.
To answer your question, though, champ.
All right, bro. If you lose 10,000 VC or a lot of money in a wager or something because of an ankle breaker, like you're not gonna get mad.
No, Crizzy, we get you have no defense, gang. Like,
bro, no, but like, Hebert, like that's just childish though. Because on God, that's a valid point. If I'm playing for money and I'm sitting there just If I just played great defense and I get put on my ass because he flicked back on his right stick,
because that's where like motherfuckers need to stop worrying about trying to be a sweat so much. Nigga, just enjoy and love the game.
I mean, you
bro.
say
Just
that shit
enjoy
now until you get
2K,
dropped in your
bro.
ass
Just
5
love the
times in a
game.
row.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
but
it's like
you
I mean, I enjoy
a
it, dog.
nigga
But I'm trying to
breaking
see niggas
ankles. That's
win.
always been lit.
bro,
But look,
you
man, that's how
say
they do it
that,
every year, though.
but you say that until
I
you're
know
on your
none of
fucking
he's saying
back
all
for no
sorts of
reason.
stuff. Oh my god, watch. Niggas love that
Like,
shit back then. Yeah, that shit was fun and cool, bro. Yeah, they bring that shit back. Everybody cry.
Nah, hey, Chris, you gotta understand though.
Yeah.
You gotta understand that. I get both sides, bro. Because I be sick of a
Mm-hmm.
lot of lose good. Like, listen, that's how I felt in 2K18. That's how I felt when you lost off a stats pack. Niggas was spamming the stats pack. It just
Yeah.
depends how frequent
Or what if it's
the
like
ankle break.
tight handles?
Listen. It just
Mm-hmm.
depends how frequent that ankle breaker is. If the
right.
ankle breaker is
Right.
like, if it's not frequent, it happens here and there, cool. But that shit
Yeah.
happens like at like 5 times a game. Now that shit's gonna be bad.
And here's my thing though with that, Red. I feel like it's honestly perfectly okay to an extent, but they need to
Okay.
have some type of like ankle braces needs to really brace your shits.
Yeah, ankle breakers does not work this.
Like if you're gonna be snapping people, it like ankle braces need to work. You need to really significantly get snapped a lot less if you have that badge on or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's ways to make both parties happy. Sorts where it's like, if it's a Hall of Fame lockdown who specializes in playing defense and they have ankle braces, Hall of Fame, they're not going to be getting dropped every 2 seconds. Like, it might be very rare. So
all right. So you said that, like, do you think two ways are gonna be like good? Because like that's the type that I'm gonna make. Like,
they balanced it.
two-way.
I feel
Yeah.
like this year, like I said when I was talking about how Wolf made sure that like I feel like we've kind of lost touch with what two ways really should be. Like, if you're a two way, you need to be mediocre but effective on both areas of the ball. In past 2Ks, a two-way has been just as effective, if not more effective, than motherfuckers who really specialize in offense. Like, in these past years, the two-ways can still rim run, they can still fade, they can still pop badge and shoot from half court. They can still they're doing everything that these non-two-way guards can do. So it's like it hasn't been making sense, but like I kept saying, I really am very confident in what Wolf like. I'm just confident in Wolf's like knowledge of what's fair and what's not fair and what's overpowered and what's not overpowered. That if you're a two-way, you're gonna be a two-way. So it's like a lot of people have been, I want to play defense, offense. I want to be a playmaking, slashing, rebound, defending finisher. Like, that's just you shouldn't be able to do everything. And I feel like this is gonna be a year where if you're a two-way, you're gonna be a two-way. You're gonna be slower on offense. You're not gonna have the glitchy, purely offensive things that you want. Like,
to
be
I don't
fair,
mean to
I
cut
could
nobody
be
else,
wrong.
but
Like, once again, you need to understand that I am 100% just giving my opinion from what information is, and I'm not speaking on anything that I literally know from game testing. Like, I physically cannot. I signed an NDA, but I'm giving my assumptions on the information that has been released. So I could be wrong about everything I'm talking about. Like, just a peace of mind to everybody.
Real quick, before Manny asks this question, I'm asking your opinion also, Fana. So do you feel like there's a chance to like, probably won't be, the name won't be this, but do you feel like there's a chance that like pure builds will come back? For example, like a pure lockdown will come back, or like a pure sharp.
Like what? Like the physical name of it once you make it?
Well, not necessarily the physical name, because they're probably not bringing that back, but just like in terms of attributes, like what you upgrade. Do you feel like that's something that may be like, what's the word, like people may be interested in making this year? What you're like saying.
Like, yeah, I mean, in a competitive standpoint, for sure, there's gonna be more like people who they just want to hit their open corner shot and play defense for their PG, like. But that's in a competitive, like, in competitive standpoints, you're going to find these people who want to really specialize at their role and upgrade what they need to play their role to the best of their ability. But like, as a casual standpoint, who wants to be a pure lock and just crumble shit and then sit in a corner for like bots in park, like in offense, like who are just not scoring the ball? Like, I doubt that people are going to want to like put everything into one this year if they're not like playing with a set 3 every day.
I got you. So like, I get it. So like, you can't have like best of both worlds, because I remember my two-way from this year. It was like,
oh yeah,
I can play defense, I can dunk, I can shoot, I can do everything.
Exactly.
I can dribble. You feel me?
And
I get it now. Like,
yeah.
maybe not.
Which, like, do you feel like that? And then this is where you kind of have to like I even struggle with doing it myself. Like, you got to be 100% honest with yourself. Even though you enjoy it and it caters to what you enjoy, like, does that make sense?
Does it make sense? I mean,
like, does it make sense that you can fade just as much as my 6'1" PG, you can defend just as much as my pure lock, and you can rebound damn near just
that
as much
shit
as
don't
like
make sense.
like that don't make no fucking
That
sense.
don't make
I
no
feel like it makes
goddamn
sense.
sense.
It
You
makes sense for
tall
me.
motherfucker.
Like you said, it makes sense for me, but not like everybody else. So I
like,
get
why does it make sense to you?
Bro, listen, that shit don't make no. Listen, I don't keep it straight. That shit don't make no sense for no one unless you a casual. And you want that shit. If you're a casual, you're gonna want that shit because it's your bella.
I just like the score, bro, and play
No,
defense. That's
You
just
like
something I
the
like to
score,
do.
huh, nigga? You like the
I
score.
ain't gotta be a casual because I like the score and play
Nah,
defense.
for
No,
sure.
that
I
nigga
feel like
like the
the,
score. That
that's what
nigga
I'm
say he
saying.
like the
What I'm saying is,
score.
what I'm saying is that
casual's a little bit much of a reach.
Yeah, I got
listen,
something for you,
no,
24,
listen,
nigga. I got something for you, nigga.
what I'm saying is, majority, like, I'm saying anyone at a comp level is gonna be very understanding to that. You get what I'm saying? Like, we like at a comp level, we know that we like, for instance, we made our 6'1s, right? We lived and died with the fact that, yeah, I know we lived and died though off the strength of we lived and died
off our offensive ability.
Off our exactly. So like we knew we picked our poison. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we knew what we were getting into, and we stuck with that. You know what I mean? So like, it's not fair that a 6'9", someone who's fucking 8 inches taller, can sit there and just be like,
do the same shit.
And do everything. I can do the same thing. Demi ass, God ass motherfucker. You do everything on the goddamn. You know what? I'm tired of you niggas.
Because listen, if I had a 6'1", right? Listen, the community already bitches about us being fast. Now imagine if we could fucking lock up the same way y'all did. We could play defense like y'all, dunk the same
y'all
way
would be
y'all
like,
did.
shit, then why am I 6'7"?
Right, exactly.
That's what you'd be saying.
Here's my thing.
But I don't know. I'm being realistic.
Going back to what Fana said about, like, for example, like having a 6'9" or 6'8" that can fade, right? Like, my problem with that, and I don't think 2K is ever gonna do this, or like at least anytime soon. But it just comes down to, like, I guess, being more detailed with the builder. It's always comes back to the builder. For example, like before they had it to where, or maybe tripping, but I swear before they had it to where you can basically like choose how high your like your shot off the dribble was versus like your just like regular standing shot or like your catch and shoot shot. So what my opinion on that is, like, it doesn't make sense that a 6'9" is freaking fading threes and greening them shit. It's like a 6'1". That shouldn't be the case. But it's also like, you can't tell me that a 6'9" shouldn't be able to stand in the corner and catch the ball and be able to green consistently because their 3-point rating
for
is
sure.
High.
Oh no, for sure. I mean,
it just comes down to the builder.
But that's where I like kind of already answered, like that they balanced it out. Like, if you've been satisfied with being able to do everything, you're going to be very disappointed next year because Wolf balanced that shit out.
Very disappointed.
So,
gonna be the same.
So it's not even about really like a if at this point. It's kind of just what it is, and
it is what it is.
And it might, honestly, I still could be wrong. Like I said, it might be like a fucking glitchy fade that we just don't know that ends up being greenable. Like,
exactly.
Ooh, don't say that. Don't say that.
Or we might go back to dinosaur arms again. Who knows?
Dinosaur, I don't mind going back to T-Rex.
Or motherfuckers might put their wingspan all the way down to be able to like do some shit, like, you know what I mean, like to do. But we have no idea. But what I know, and like damn near for a fact, just off of what I've been seeing on the timeline, is that they balanced it to where you're not doing everything. And let's say you are two-way, you're gonna be a true two-way, bro. You don't see Paul George moving and fading like fucking Steph Curry. He does. That's a terrible example because he is just really great with the ball, but
but he's not fading. He's not fading from the
he's not fading from the 3-point line and some more shit like all the other two-ways can do now. Like, if you're gonna be a two-way this year, I feel like you're gonna be a genuine two-way. You might like boom, play your defense. But on offense, you better boom, catch that ball, jab step, spin into a hot back and green your shot. Like, that's some stupid
shit. I like that. That's my type of shit.
If you want to be a two-way, like, that's real like bag work. Like, you still got a bag on offense. Like, you gonna make do with the animations that you have available to you as a two-way. But you're not gonna be sitting here dribbling and speed glitching like a 6'1" and fading from the 3-point line.
Like, you're basically not gonna be able to get bailed out basically by just the
offense
being way better.
You're not gonna be able to just
really depend on yourself to score 21 points as a two-way because you are a two-way. You're not made for just offense. You shouldn't be able to keep up with people who are made for just offense if you're made for just offense.
Wow.
You smell like money.